out here in a week or two. So Reed will join me in the final hour of the show, and we'll talk some hoops, talk some Melo, talk some LeBron, talk petulant Katie, all that good stuff. But let's look, I get it. You look at the schedule, you're kind of excited. The weekend is suddenly almost here, and like, yeah, I can go home, sit on the couch, have a few beers, turn on a little Thursday Night Football, and then you realize it's Rams-Niners. And your first reaction, and the reaction everyone's telling you, is this game is awful. What's on Netflix? What's that random show that dude on Writer Than You recommend? Oh, yeah, Riverdale. Riverdale or Thursday Night Football. It's such a tough call. Dennis with the beard doesn't get it, but it's magical. You guys, some of you understood. Here's my case for Thursday Night Football. And more than just, at least it's not Riverdale. You've actually got some storylines here that are fairly interesting, and I think worthy of some time and attention. I find myself a little bit excited about the game tonight. And let's start with the fact that you have two up-and-coming young head coaches. While they're not the stewards of dynamic teams right now, while nobody, certainly not me, is going to pretend that the Rams or the Niners are going to be doing serious football things come January, these are two highly respected and very young coaches. Think about this. The biggest sport on earth, on a showcase night, has two head coaches who are under the age of 40. Kyle Shanahan, 37, used to feel really young. Sean McVay's barely past 30. And so what you get to see tonight is two young guys who are hardcore dudes start to mold not just their franchise and their careers, but maybe if they're worthy of these positions so early in their careers, and it's an unforgiving, very unforgiving NFL, but if they make it, you might be starting to see the faces of some of the future guys at the helm of teams that matter down the road. And everything we hear about Sean McVay, and we'll ask Kirk Morrison at the end of the hour, because 31, 32 years old, I mean, that is a young guy. I was barely learning how to manage my hangovers at 31 or 32 years old. This guy is managing a team in the National Football League. And by the way, while the Bay Area, while San Francisco, while the Niners are trying to climb out of their own self-induced hangover and their schism and their separation and departure from Harbaugh, from Jim Harbaugh, you've got a 31-year-old who is in charge of and at the helm of not just an NFL team, but the future probably of the NFL in Los Angeles. Because the Chargers have a harder row to hoe. They really do. The idea that Chargers ownership felt that people from San Diego would get over it in a year and make that trek up to Orange County, it's wrong. The Rams have to be the team, and they're the primary team. They're going to own the beautiful stadium. They have a history and tradition in Southern California, in Los Angeles. The Rams have to be the team to get it done. It's also interesting that the Rams, not a great football team. Now, look, they're 1-1. And Bill Parcells said it, and I'm not going to argue with Bill Parcells. I tried once. It was a super unpleasant, not just day, but I had nightmares for like 3 or 4 weeks. You are what your record says you are. So right now, the Rams are a team to be taken seriously. They're also 3-point favorites on the road with Jared Goff as their quarterback. And that's another, I think, really interesting storyline. Because remember, last year, the Rams under Jeff Fisher, and I'm not trying to pick on a guy who's lost his job, but Jeff Fisher, a really terrible dumpster fire of a head coach. Magnificent mustache. I mean, you got to give him credit for the mustache. It was very strong, but the game had passed him by. And yet, under Jeff Fisher, the Rams went 3-1. Really good start. Barely won another football game after that. The year before that, and I remember this because we sort of knew they were coming when I was in L.A., the Rams won their first game, just game one. They beat Seattle. By the way, Seattle always starts slow. Can we just relax on the Seattle Seahawks? And in Los Angeles, people were like, wow, that team in St. Louis that we're probably going to steal, that we don't really care about, beat Seattle. I guess the Rams are on the uptick. Things are looking really good. This is the year that Jared Goff has to prove that all those false starts don't speak to a continued pattern of becoming the Browns of the West. And if Jared Goff is what he is supposed to be, if he is worth all those draft picks, if he's worth being drafted number 1 overall, then you have to go on the road and you have to win games when you are a road favorite. You have to do it. You got to find a way to vibe with Sammy Watkins. You have to deal with the fact that your offensive line is not, to say the least, one of the best in the NFL. You have to get Todd Gurley involved in the running game or in the offense in some capacity, because you have a pretty good defense and you're playing a really bad Niners team. And so on display tonight on Thursday Night Football, whether it's the rise of a guy that we didn't count on or the demise of somebody who doesn't belong in the league, whether it's something kind of cool to behold or a train wreck, it's going to be fun and fascinating to watch Jared Goff and what he's about and what he can really do. And Goff is also he's a Cali guy, and he's from the Bay. And he talked in the lead up to this game about what it's like now as the face of the Rams to go back and play near his hometown.
It'll be big. It'll be cool. It'll be fun for myself just being home and probably seeing a lot of people, but at the same time, it's just like any other game, and going to go out there and do the best I can to, hopefully get a win. I've played in front of my friends and family for so long now that it's more normal than it is not, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun to be back there and be back in the Bay Area and be able to see all those people for sure.
And I've told you this, I'm an absolute sucker for buying into storylines that have been sold to me on HBO's Hard Knocks. Oh, Jared Goff doesn't know where the sun sets and rises, but he's got great hair, and he's kind of funny. I think he'll grow into a great quarterback. I'll take the Rams -3. There's $300 I'll never see again, and I'll be sleeping at the office one more time. Oh, man. And I'm rooting for Jared Goff. And I think watching him alone is interesting and worthy of the time and attention on Thursday Night Football. And that's one of the incredible things about the NFL. If you watch a bad NBA game, you could watch a bad NBA game between two really good teams. You could watch Cleveland play Oklahoma City, and it could be one of those nights where Russ is 8 for 40. I guess that's every night. But let's make it 8 for 50, and LeBron's not playing well, and he's put out, and it's hard to watch. I love baseball, and I actually like pitching matchups, but I know that everybody, not just chicks, dig the long ball. And a lot of you, if you watch a 1-0 or 2-1 baseball game, can't stand it. You're bored out of your minds. The NFL is different, at least for me. There is so much going on. There's so much pressure. There's so much stress. There's so much anger. And for a guy like Jared Goff, you're watching a very young dude in his hometown tonight wrestle with whether or not he legitimately belongs in this league. It's not like if he goes out there, throws 3 picks, and is a total bum, that Sean McVay is going to throw up his hands and be like, I'm done with you. But you and I both know Sean McVay is going to think that that is the case. He's going to understand that he's got a major problem. In this league, you earn your job one game at a time, and you lose your job one game at a time. It doesn't matter that Jared Goff got thrown to the Wolves last year when that team wasn't ready, when Jeff Fisher was not the coach who was going to shepherd him to any kind of positive place, that the offensive line was Swiss cheese, or that Todd Gurley forgot how to run the ball. It doesn't matter that Les Snead went out and got Sammy Watkins, and Goff has not found any kind of rhythm with him. If you want to be a QB in the NFL and you were undrafted, you make it work if you're starting. You certainly make it work if you're the number 1 overall pick. If Jared Goff cannot go out tonight and look like an NFL quarterback, I got news for you. He's not an NFL quarterback. End of story. Hometown or otherwise. And another reason that the game was worth some time and attention is it has 2 of the most interesting and potentially dynamic running backs in the game. Todd Gurley we know about. 2 years ago, absolute stud. Those of you that drafted him in your fantasy football team last year, you finished last, and you blame Gurley. So watch the game and yell at him. Those of you like me that passed on the guy, yeah, we won. It's okay. It's okay to brag sometimes. We're going to see whether Gurley can get it going again. He's 8th, by the way, in rushing yards in the NFL this season. Early, I get it. But it's a good sign for the sport because I think Gurley's a really dynamic, interesting runner when he's running the way he's supposed to, and a good sign for the Rams. And frankly, a good sign for Jared Goff. He could use some help. And Carlos Hyde on a bad Niners team is 4th in rushing yards this year in the NFL. There's a lot to watch and a lot to see. And Sean McVay, again, the youngest coach in the history of the National Football League, and we're not going to point out the guy that he replaced with Lane Kiffin, because that certainly makes us wonder whether hiring guys in their young 30s is a good idea. But McVay sounds like an old soul, sounds like a football coach who's got his hand confidently on the helm of his team when he talked about the Rams can't worry about losing to Carolina. They need to focus on this football game tonight.
Clearly, we didn't get the outcome that we wanted. There's a lot of things that we can clean up. But now, whether you win or lose, it's time to put that one away, learn from the mistakes, continue to try to do some of the good things as we move forward in San Francisco. But what you love about the NFL is you can't dwell on a win or a loss too long, and it's got to be that next up mindset and mentality, and that's what our team has right now.
Second biggest market in the United States of America is Los Angeles. Sixth biggest media market is the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, Silicon Valley, all that good stuff. This is a pretty interesting game. And whether or not Jared Goff is a disaster, and I actually don't think he's going to be. I think there's a chance, and we'll see, but Bleacher Report did a great story heading into the season on Jared Goff and who he is and how he's never experienced struggle in his life. And it was interesting. And people who have never experienced struggle go one of two ways when they get knocked in the face and they go down. And it happens to everybody. No matter how lucky you are or not, life will come after you. It'll punch you in the gut. It's part of the deal. Most of us know that. Jared Goff didn't learn it until last year. And by the way, if getting punched in the gut is struggling to be the face of Los Angeles as a quarterback, life's not bad. One of the ways this could go is that Jared Goff is a disaster, and he can't handle it. And the kind of scrutiny and the kind of pressure and the kind of failure and the kind of ridicule when you are loved or you think you're loved by everyone around you and the sycophants turn to critics. And I've seen it in television before. If it breaks him, that'll be sad, but it'll be sort of interesting to watch tonight in the Bay Area. It will. But I think it's going to go the other way. I think there might be a reservoir in Jared Goff of the ability to be great in large part because he's never been doubted. Now he has another thing to do, another thing to check off on his list, to put on his resume. And that's to overcome the doubters. So it's not Riverdale on Netflix, the sexed up, very weird, very bizarre, modern-day version of Jughead and all those other comic book characters that I know deep down Dennis Jones is secretly like, I'm not going to tell anybody, but I'm going to go watch it. But I'm not going to tell anybody. I have too big of a red beard. I'm too much of a man to admit it, but I'm going to. And the main characters are redheads. I'm just saying, like, it's a lot coming together. All right, here's my question for you. Did I sell you? Did I convince you? Are you into Thursday Night Football? Did I actually hear on Righter Than You Get You be like, yeah, Niners, Rams, I'm so into it? Or are you not buying it? 855-212-4CBS if you want to weigh in. 855-212-4CBS if you want to weigh in. We are later in the show, second hour, going to get into the news about Aaron Hernandez and his lawyers asserting that not only did he have CTE, but he had a very advanced case of CTE. I didn't want to start with something that, look, it's a downer. We're not going to shy away from those topics and those stories here on the show, but we will get into it later in the program. Richard Sherman, some really interesting comments, I thought, about gambling that are spot on. We're going to talk about gambling. I'm an expert on this because I'm bad at it, but I do it. So I feel like I can come in from a lot of angles. We'll get into some college football, a lot on the NBA, but right now we're talking about Thursday Night Football and whether or not you believe in this game as something sort of worthy of your time. By the way, if it's not, that's a really bad sign for the NFL. Because there was a time when it didn't matter what game was on Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night, you watched it. If you're not going to, I'd love to hear why. 855-212-4CBS. We will take your phone calls and keep talking about the National Football League, or Leg, here on Righter Than You. With me, Bill Ryder, next on CBS Sports Radio.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Tiki Barber, and I'm here to tell you about a supplement I take every day to help me refine at my prime. If you're overweight, lack energy, or just looking to up your game, M-Drive has a product just for you. M-Drive Workforce provides the sustained energy to power you through your busy workday. M-Drive Boost and Burn will help you burn fat. M-Drive Prime will help you get off the couch and get started. And M-Drive Elite, with 5 clinically tested ingredients, is for the athlete in you. M-Drive contains clinically tested ingredients that help increase your energy and boost natural T levels. M-Drive also helps increase your overall performance, including strength, stamina, endurance, vitality, and recovery. Purchase M-Drive at Walgreens, Duane Reade, Vitamin Shop, Sprouts, and GNC. But for my listeners only, go to ordermdrive.com. That's ordermdrive.com and use the promo code TIKI. That's TIKI and receive 25% off your purchase today. Refine your prime with M-Drive.
Finding great people to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's time to try ZipRecruiter, where 80% of employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within one day. How? Using powerful technology, ZipRecruiter matches your job to the right candidates fast. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/block. for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/block.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Think you can't manage the down payment it takes to purchase a new home? Think again. You could move into a $150,000 home with as little as $1,500 down with our 1% down payment option. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.125%, APR 4.52%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Time now for traffic from the Ray Wakely Car Care and RV Traffic Center.
Mill Fair Road in Mill Creek and Fairview Townships closed today north of Route 20 to Edwards Street. It'll be detoured on Asbury Road. When you face traffic challenges, we always want to know. Please call Ray Wakely's Car Care and RV Traffic Center, 868-9100.
Hey, remember the mortgage meltdown of 2008? Have you tried to get a mortgage since then and been turned down? Or maybe you haven't even tried because your credit score is stuck at 585 or your tax returns have too many write-offs. Well, Cash Call Mortgage has great news for you. We've just introduced programs for people who've been told no. And what's doubly exciting is that we can solve your mortgage problems with no closing costs, no points, title, escrow, and no fees.
Wait, Cash Call, are you saying you now have credit and income-solving mortgages with no closing costs? Are you kidding?
You heard right. A credit or income-solving loan with no closing costs. Call 855-875-CASH, and we'll work with you to solve your mortgage issues. Make the Cash Call at 855-875-CASH.
First Mortgages, Impact Mortgage Corp., DBA Cash Call Mortgage, 1 City Boulevard, Orange, California, 92868, NMLS 128231. Equal housing lender, not licensed in all states, not available in Washington State. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing, terms, and restrictions.
That's 855-875-CASH.
Guys, I have a question. Did you forget your anniversary or that her birthday is coming up? Do you need a last-minute gift for her? Don't leave her out in left field. Grab a Coventina gift card and hit a home run with a gift that tells her how much she means to you. A gift card to Coventina Day Spa will put a smile on her face, and it's always the right style and fit. Gift cards are just a call or click away. Order at Coventina.com. Call or stop into Coventina. Coventina Day Spa, your destination for relaxation.
It's another sweet deal from CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Breakfast Place West is home to Erie's best breakfast in town with tasty breakfast served up in large portions at affordable prices. We're talking hearty steak and eggs, fresh pancakes, your own Joey's sandwiches, and much more. From our famous frittatas to meatball and Philly steak subs, the Breakfast Place West can tame any breakfast, brunch, or lunch need. Bring the family, come hungry, and we'll fill you up and even have leftovers for later. The Breakfast Place is open weekdays from 5:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and weekends until 2. And hey, students, from now until the end of September, bring in your student ID and get $1 off your meal. Start your day at the Breakfast Place West on Peach, just south of Liberty.
Tomorrow morning at 8, visit CBSSportsErie.com and get 5 $10 Breakfast Place West gift certificates for just $25. Visit thebreakfastplacewest.com or like them on Facebook.
800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-291-6670 today. Not available in North Dakota.
What's your take? Bill's talking to you at 855-212-4CBS. That's 855-212-4227.
Welcome back into the show. Happy Thursday. Appreciate you spending a little time with us. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, Sports Writer, Sports REITER. Phone lines 855-212-4CBS. 855-212-4CBS. Longtime Raider Kirk Morrison, all-around great dude, and my former radio co-host when I was back in L.A. early in the radio days is going to be on the show with me here in about 15 or 20 minutes, talk some Rams. He does Rams pregame and postgame now, and he is a great dude. So I absolutely stick around for that. And if you want to weigh in right now on Thursday Night Football, feel like we made a pretty compelling case here on the show, and it is called Righter Than You. I don't want to, pull rank. Made a pretty compelling case that maybe it's worth your time and attention, even though it's Rams-Niners. I get it. 855-212-4CBS if you want to weigh in. Let's go out to Austin, Texas, which is a great town. Eric, appreciate your listening. You're on CBS Sports Radio.
Thanks for having me. Hope I'm coming in clear.
You are, brother. What's going on?
Yeah, so I just wanted to comment, just to preface, I'm 34. I cut the cord from cable about a year ago, and I rely on streaming services, and I'm a big NFL fan. I follow the Texans and the Cowboys. So I did watch the abysmal game last weekend at a sports bar. The problem is that this game, if it were on CBS or NBC, the current simulcast providers, but this one is only on the NFL Network. So unless it's a game I want to see, I won't make the effort to see it as long as it's only on the NFL Network.
Eric, you're the future of TV, man. I appreciate the phone call. It's interesting. I left Fox Sports 1 to go to a streaming sports network, which has now been announced by Les Moonves here at CBS, coming in the foreseeable future, but didn't cut the cord, which is a little hypocritical. It's like being a newspaper writer and not reading newspapers, and actually did that, cut the cord when I came to New York City, and then I discovered YouTube television, which is remarkably affordable, even for morons, and I'm talking about myself here, who don't know how to actually turn on a computer, figure out how to stream it, and I watch a lot of my sports that way as well. But part of cutting the cord that I like, and not to get too far down the road from this topic, but there was a great book that came out, and it's been 15 years, called Bowling Alone, by a sociologist who basically predicted that the rise of technology and the ability to watch anything on your phone and television was going to continue to create a society where we don't go out and we don't do bowling leagues and we don't do softball leagues and we don't interact as much as we used to. And one of the things that I've actually liked about cutting the cord is when a game like this happens, it forces me, and I make a point of doing this, I'll go to the local sports bar. We'll get a babysitter, and Lori and we'll head out. So appreciate the call, Eric, and I get what you're saying. I actually like forcing myself to get out of the house a little bit and spend a little bit of time trying to get out in the world, because it's really easy, especially if, we all work, we all have families, we all have relationships. It's pretty easy to get sucked into a world where, and now for me in New York, it's office, train, Uber, home, sleep, make sure Lori's cat Ernie, which all of you know about in his epic journey from LA, is still alive. Oh, shoot, he still is. Sleep, train, office. James Ward, I want to say James Ward on the board because it rhymes, but you're actually not on the board as Dennis James, so it's like it's super confusing to me.
We've got Archie on the board tonight.
But no, it's actually like Archie if he was in Game of Thrones, because Dennis is the guy you go into battle with up north.
I was going to say if Archie ate Archie.
Yeah, dude, dude, it's strength, dude. Dennis, if I were going to the wall, I would take you and I'd be like, yeah, Ward, that's cool. Go down to the somewhere else. Like just hey, you're too LA for the wall, bro. Even for a New Yorker.
Archie the Viking.
YouTube TV, I saw you react. Are you on this?
No, but I can't cut the cord because of the nature of the business that I'm in. Like, I love watching baseball 162 games. I love watching sports, but the thing now for me is I work almost every night. So I'm paying $150 a month for a cable bill where I might turn my TV on 5 times a month now. So
I'm a streamer, man.
I'm thinking about it, but it's a big move that I'm not necessarily ready to make yet.
Now, I got to preface this with, I watch my news on CBSN. I know I'll watch my sports soon on a similar sports network that'll have a very mediocrely talented face for radio guy named Bill on that network. But I pay for Netflix. I pay for I think Showtime's awesome. I pay for HBO Go. So it's sort of, actually it's HBO Now. It all kind of adds up. I also pay for all of the Prime tickets. Like I get NBA League Pass. So it adds up. But I don't know, man. Like in LA, it was almost $300 a month to do cable and to do Wi-Fi. That's crazy money. $300 a month.
That's $10 a day on TV.
That's more than I paid for rent when I moved to Little Rock, Arkansas out of college to do my first job in the world. And I get it. Like I'm also not a big, I love television, but most of the TV I watch is either sports or it's on one of those 3 networks. And I get Amazon Prime too. I have everything. Like how much do you really are like, man, I really miss Friends and I got to watch TBS. And by the way, Friends is now on Netflix.
Yeah, I guess if you have all the other services, it makes sense. But I don't know. It's just like It's a step I'm not ready to take right now.
I do miss really bad Nicolas Cage films because there was something magical about Gone in 60 Seconds, one of the great, terrible movies of all time, a piece of magic that I don't think gets the love it deserves. And Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu Plus, if any of you are listening, if you just have a Nicolas Cage channel, but you can't have any of his good 4 movies, the 4 movies where he actually acted acceptably, like above average, can't go on there. I think it would be a very, very big hit. All right, I'm really excited. Kirk Morrison is going to join me here on the show, and I want to get his opinion on the Rams because every year I want to believe in one really bad team, and I'm trying really hard for it not to be the Cleveland Browns because that costs me money every year that I believe in that bad team, like proving the parity rule in the most extreme example. Can it be the Rams this year? Kirk Morrison, who does pregame and postgame for them on the radio, longtime Raider and a Hall of Famer at his alma mater, San Diego State, will join me coming up next to talk some NFL. But before we do that, let's turn to the wider world of sports and get a CBS Sports Radio update extraordinaire, a great one, with my guy, Jay Berman.
CBS Sports Radio. Sports Flash.
All right, Bill, we'll start with football, where those Rams you speak of are going to be in action in about 2 hours. Rams at 49ers, Thursday Night Football from Santa Clara. Rams enter with a 1-1 mark. The Niners are 0-2 at this point in time. L.A. enters as a 3-point favorite. All right, turning our attention to Sunday morning. Don't forget to mark your calendars. We've got a London game on Sunday, 9:30 Eastern Time start for the Ravens and the Jaguars. Baltimore enters 2-0. Jaguars are 1-1. At this point in time, Ravens are 3.5-point favorites. Everything else Sunday, except for the Monday Nighter, which is a good one. Cowboys and Cardinals from Arizona. Both teams enter with 1-1 marks. All right, we've got college football tonight as well. 21st ranked South Florida. They are 3-0 on the season, nearly 3-touchdown favorites against Temple tonight. They'll kick in about 60 minutes. Also have a game tomorrow night, Virginia and Boise State. And also have Utah and Arizona. Then everything else, of course, is on Saturday. To baseball, Dodgers beat the Phillies today 5-4. Curtis Granderson and Andre Ethier hit home runs for L.A. for Granderson his 25th. Angels entered today a game and a half behind the Twins for the second wild card spot in the American League. And the Angels are going to have to come from behind, or that number will be 2. Indians lead the Angels 4-1 in the bottom of the 7th out in Anaheim. The Twins, who of course have the lead, will face the Tigers coming up. I'm Jay Berman.
What do you mean I gotta rake this whole yard? For all events, 10 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports Radio.
CBS Sports Radio.
Bill Ryder, Ryder than you. Welcome to the new CBS Sports Radio 96.3.
You've seen him on national television. You've heard him on national radio. Kevin Todd, president and CEO of thesportsbrokers.com, is releasing his Thursday night NFL burial. Los Angeles versus San Francisco, absolutely free. Call now 800-220-6262 and get tonight's winner absolutely free. Start your football season on a winning note. There is no one better against the spread than Kevin Todd. Become part of Kevin Todd's inner circle and you will have access to his upset specials. Dogs winning outright. Favorites running away with a win by 3 to 4 touchdowns. Let him earn your business. He loves tonight's game. Call 800-220-6262. Absolutely free. Kevin Todd is the nation's #1 handicapper. Documented 70.3% last season. He's the professional that professionals turn to. Call now 800-220-6262. That's 800-220-6262. Absolutely free. Kevin Todd will show you how to win. Call 800-220-6262.
Sports fans, this is the world champion handicapper Jeff Allen from Las Vegas. Thursday night report against the spread. 20-2 run, 90% winners. Tonight confirmed information. L.A. San Fran is a lock. Plus the total to go 2-0 free on the message phone. Call 1-800-244-5506. You got college football action, Temple, South Florida, side end total. You're going 4-0 free on the message phone. 1-800-244-5506. Start the week right. JeffAllenSports.com toll-free message phone. 1-800-244-5506. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yours free on a recorded message. Call 1-800-244-5506. A $200 player can win $3,000 this week. It starts tonight with a lock. San Fran, L.A. Free on the message phone. 1-800-244-5506. 2-0 free or the season free. Call 1-800-244-5506.
America, it's time for some straight talk. You love your phone. Look at you. You hardly put it down. But you don't love that expensive wireless plan, do you? So what if I told you can keep that phone, network, and number 2 for a lot less? Well, this is me telling you, it's time to switch to Straight Talk, guys. Bring your own phone and get unlimited plans starting at just $45 a month on America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. Please refer always to the latest terms and conditions of service at straighttalk.com.
This is it. The biggest, best sale of the year is here at Humes Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram in Waterford. Ram Power Days are here. Humes has over 150 Ram trucks. The 2018s are on their way, so the 2017 Rams are specially priced to sell now before the end of the month. Get 0% on many Rams. Huge Humes discounts to $12,000 and the very lowest lease payments ever. Lease a Ram 1500 Quad Cab 4x4 for only $169 a month. That's right, $169 a month. A Ram 1500 Crew Bag Bighorn Edition is only $239 a month. How about a Jeep Cherokee Limited 4x4? Only $199 a month with leather, heated seats, remote start, and more. Don't miss out. Get to Humes today before September 30th and save thousands. Only 9 miles south of Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
36-month, 30,000-mile lease, PA tax and plate tax included, $2,900 total due, including first month payments. Security deposit includes all factory incentives, lease loyalty, or conquest based on approved credit.
Don't have any more room in here.
You do know there is a difference when it comes to sheds. See the difference at Shanty Genuine Sheds. They've now added an additional location to better serve you. Visit them at the corner of West 26 and Mill Fair Road near Walmart. They have basic to customized sheds and garages built to last. Shanty Sheds will build any size, style, or color shed or garage you need. They use thicker lumber that's built to last with all styles of exterior sidings. Shanty Sheds built to order. Built to last. Visit them on 29th and Pittsburgh Avenue or at their newest location on the corner of West 26th and Mill Fair Road. Also, see their beautiful and colorful polywood outdoor furniture. Shanty Sheds will deliver to you or build right there in your backyard. So stop shopping. Get to Shanty Sheds on 29th and Pittsburgh Avenue or at their newest location on the corner of West 26th and Mill Fair Road. Visit shantysheds.com. Shanty Genuine Sheds. Built to order. Built to last.
This is Dennis Miller. Did you know that 5 times more hires are made through Indeed.com than any other job site, according to independent research? Imagine a lottery that had 5 times more winners, or a Sunday with 5 times more touchdowns. When you're hiring, it makes 5 times more sense to use Indeed. Right now, Indeed is giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job on the world's #1 job site. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Available in North Dakota.
Welcome back to Writer Than You on CBS Sports Radio.
All right, welcome back into the show. Bill Ryder with you here, as you heard, on Writer Than You, and very excited to welcome in one of my favorite people, former colleague, former and longtime NFL player, a Los Angeles Rams NFL analyst, and a Hall of Famer from San Diego State, his alma mater, a man too polite to point out that his San Diego State team is whooping up on the Pac-12. Most recently, Stanford is 3-0. He is Kirk Morrison. Kirk, what's up, man?
What's up, Bill? Man, appreciate it. Yeah, back in the top 25 for my San Diego State Aztecs. So, yeah, I'm a pretty happy football guy right now.
So, before we dive into some NFL, how many text messages did you send to former teammates, former competitors, and friends who went to Stanford, just in case they missed the final score, pointing out what happened?
You know what? I didn't really need to send many because I think that score was so late. You got to understand that game ended, I believe, almost 2 a.m. Eastern time. So a lot of the people on the East Coast were asleep, but my West Coasters, they stayed up and they watched a pretty good one. So it was really nothing needed to be said. San Diego State beat a good Stanford team. we're excited where we are. I don't need to gloat about this one. I'm pretty happy where we're at.
You're still so much nicer than I am. Kirk Morrison here on CBS Sports Radio. All right, Kirk, so Raiders tonight in the Bay Area against the Niners. Thursday night football, Rams, not Raiders. Last year, that Rams team started 3-1. The year before, started 1-0, big win against Seattle. From your vantage point, does it feel different this year, this team perhaps getting off to a good start and being able to maintain that?
Yeah, I think it feels different because of the guy who's calling the shots, the new head coach, Sean McVay. I think he's brought to this team some confidence. He's brought, obviously, a new offensive philosophy. But I think really he's brought some swagger, and these guys are walking around with it. You know, first game of the season, they beat up on the Colts team. Look, we can say, hey, they were undermanned, no Andrew Luck, but they went out and hung 40-plus points on them. So you got to be excited about that. And really came back down to life last week versus the Redskins, losing that game. But it was, a game in which Washington ran all over them. So to me, this is game 3, and you're playing against an opponent that beat you twice last year. San Francisco 49ers had 2 wins last year. They went 2-14. Those 2 wins were against the Rams. So I think in the back of the mind, these players, they want to get out to a good start. Don't get me wrong, Bill, but they do want to get that bad taste out of their mouth from losing to the 49ers twice in last season.
Kirk Morrison does pregame and postgame for the Los Angeles Rams. You talked about McVay, young head coach in the NFL. What has he been like, Kirk, these first couple of games? What have you seen from him, and how does it compare to your experience when you were in the NFL and how the head coaches you were around ran things?
It doesn't seem too big for him. That's the one thing that we always look at is the moment too big, not just for coaches, players in general. And it seems to me like he's been groomed. He understands it. He sees it. And, look, he's got a great coaching staff behind him with Wade Phillips. He's got Joe Barry, former defensive coordinator as well. Cromer on the offensive line, the offensive line coach. So he's got guys that can help him out with things he doesn't know. But he seems to have a great grip on the team situations, whether it's, 2-minute drill or going for it on the 4th down last week like they did, with a fake punt. He just seems to be in tune, man. And it seems that the players are really buying in and they believe what he's preaching. And I think that's what you want from a young head coach. Everybody always talks about his age, but we don't talk about enough of just he's all in on football, and that's what the players say. He's all in.
Kirk Morrison here on CBS Sports Radio with me, Bill Ryder. Kirk, longtime NFL player, Hall of Famer at San Diego State, and you can catch him doing pregame and postgame for the Los Angeles Rams. Kirk, how was that offensive line this year in terms of giving Todd Gurley some opportunities and protecting that young and very important quarterback?
Offensive line is better, definitely. They've added some pieces. They bring in, Andrew Whitworth, who was with the Bengals for 10 years, and you can look at the Bengals offensive line and definitely say that they miss Andrew Whitworth, but they paid him a lot of money to be the left tackle. Roger Saffold has been there. He's been a mainstay, a former second-round pick for the Rams, so he's doing well. And then they brought in John Sullivan at center to kind of shore up the left side of the offensive line. The only part is the right side, which is Hayden Stein and Jermon Brown, 2 guys who are still coming into their own, very young players in the league. But I think with the way teams are attacking the Rams, you really have to understand that it's going to be difficult for them to run the ball at times because it's a new scheme for a lot of these guys. But at the end of the day, they're getting Todd Gurley the football in different ways, Bill. They're getting him the ball, with checkdowns, throws to the flat, and that's where you're seeing some of these highlight plays because it's just getting the ball in his hands and giving him another opportunity to attack a defense. And I think that's where it's helping out the offensive line. His 100-yard game is going to come eventually for Todd Gurley, but they're finding other ways that they don't have to have the offensive line pushing to get a good play for Todd.
Any reason to be concerned that Todd Gurley can't return to the form we saw a couple years ago, given obviously last year he didn't have the season a lot of people expected?
Yeah, he didn't have the season, but I think more of that was the offensive play calling. To kind of quote Todd Gurley last year, high schoolish. That's what he thought about the offensive game plans they were running. I think this year is totally different, and he's getting more involved, and he's getting 100 yards of offense from scrimmage, and that's something that he didn't do a year ago. I use the term what's the difference between a 4-yard rush and a 4-yard pass? There's nothing. It's still 4 yards. And so they're getting him opportunities to get the football in different ways. And I think he's more engaged now because he knows he's going to get his touches, and he's going to get it in a variety of ways. I think it also, too, what helps out is having Sammy Watkins on the outside, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, and an outstanding tight end. I think the NFL is going to hear a lot about Gerald Everett, who they drafted in the second round this year. All of that helps out Todd, and that helps him get back to that form we saw of a couple seasons ago.
I'm talking to Kirk Morrison here on Writer Than You with me, Bill Ryder. Speaking of Sammy Watkins, obviously new addition late in camp to that Rams team. At what point in the NFL, Kirk, how long does it take a guy like Sammy Watkins and Jared Goff to really get a rhythm and a feel for each other?
I would say a real rhythm in the field, probably about a month and a half. He can go out there and run the plays, but the NFL, it's not about knowing the play. It's about knowing the side adjustments off that play. I can say, I know my playbook, but all of a sudden I've got a cornerback who's lined up inside, and in practice he was lined up outside. Okay, what is our plan of attack? And that's where the repetitions and being out there with a quarterback.
It's time for Erie Otters hockey.
They see what's going on the outside, and now you can convert your route to something different. That's the part of it that I think that they're going through right now, and I think they've gotten over that hump. And you're starting to see Sammy Watkins. I think he's going to be the player that I think people envision. Remember, he was the receiver that was taken ahead of Odell Beckham Jr. and Mike Evans and Brandon Cooks over with now he's with the Patriots, but formerly with the New Orleans Saints. So we know what Sammy Watkins can be, and I think that's why the Rams were so huge on picking him up, because I think that they feel that he has the ability to help out this offense, stretch it to the field, and open up even more for, like we mentioned, Ty Gurley and some of the other receivers.
That is music to my ears, selfishly, because I drafted him in almost every fantasy football league I have, like I do every damn year, Kirk Morrison. But I believe, and part of the reason I believe is, look, Jared Goff did not have a great season last year. Needless to say, the former head coach of the Rams, maybe not the person you necessarily want in charge of producing and nurturing and helping to evolve a young quarterback, but it is Sean McVay's situation now. Jared Goff has an opportunity as a second-year player and a second-year starter to take a big step forward. And I talked earlier in the show, Kirk, about this. I think this is sort of a big game for Goff. Not that it's the biggest game on the face of the earth, but they are favored on the road. The Niners are not the Niners of the past when Harbaugh was there. How much pressure do you think Jared Goff is feeling to come out today and to show that he, at a minimum, can beat teams, can lead his team to wins against squads like the Colts, against teams like this Niners team, that if you're the Rams and you want to be competitive, you got to win these games?
Yeah, you know what, Bill, I don't know how nervous he is or, how much angst that he's going to have for tonight. I just tell you this. The last time he was at home, and I call it at home because, he grew up in the Bay Area. He went to college at Cal. So his first trip to the Bay Area last year, he was on the sideline. He was a healthy inactive, and he had a warm-up on, a clipboard, and a ball cap. So he's looking forward to going out and performing in front of his people and in the Bay Area. And he's a different quarterback from last year to this year. Totally different. You can see him making things, and he's learning on the run, too. Last week he had a bad interception. He threw a pick where he just stared a receiver down. So he's learning still on the run. He still hasn't even played a full season, meaning 16 games as a starting quarterback yet. But I just see some of the things where he's picked up on this year, where he's actually spreading the football around. He's getting it to his wide receiver, but he's got a little moxie about him, a little confidence about him now that I think going forward this year, we'll see a better Jared Goff. And I'm not going to say, put him in the Pro Bowl or anything like that, but I think we'll see a better quarterback play because I think his quarterback coach, and as well as, his head coach, both understand that we have to have a plan for Jared. He's still progressing. I'm not saying throw away all of last year, but last year was almost like a red shirt deal. I'm going to be honest. They really redshirted him last year because what they learned offensively, you almost had to throw all of that out the window. I think you're really building a quarterback up. And if there's a guy to do it, it's Sean McVay. For what he did with Kirk Cousins, that's the reason why when McVay got the job, Kirk Cousins had to write him a letter and say, hey, I owe you my career. And now we know Kirk Cousins making one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
So, Kirk Morrison, based on all of that, do you have a perspective about whether Mitchell Trubisky should get that job in Chicago, whether Bill O'Brien should be handing the reins over to a young quarterback in Deshaun Watson, based on what you've seen with Jared Goff and last year and some of his struggles and how it's translated this year? What's your perspective on young quarterbacks being given the opportunity early on when whoever's ahead of them in the depth chart just doesn't play well.
Yeah, that's a tough one there, Bill, because each situation is different. It really is. Last year, the Rams felt that they had a bridge quarterback in Case Keenum that will kind of bridge the gap between, okay, he's going to give us, enough to help us keep us competitive and win games. And when Jared is ready, we can make the switch, and it won't be this big uproar. Well, the Rams started 3-1, and last year, and it was hard for them to kind of make the switch because you got a quarterback who's actually playing well in Case Keenum. And how could you say, hey, bring in the rookie, but yet, this guy's playing well? And it's different when you look at, Bill O'Brien and what he's doing at Houston. I think he had to give over the reins to Deshaun Watson because the offensive line, that first week of the season, I mean, heck, man, I wouldn't want to be a quarterback in that situation, Bill. I mean, you get sacked 10 times. You needed someone who can kind of improvise and make things that when the pocket breaks down can get out of the pocket. So Bill O'Brien, he made that decision based on his offensive line. And look, it looks to be a great decision as they've already won a game already with Deshaun Watson. As far as Mitchell Trubisky, that's a tough one, Bill. It really is because the Bears are, obviously on paper and what you see it on field, they're not a good.
It's time for Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260 is proud to be the new home of Erie Otters Hockey. Now let's go live and join the voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney.
It was 4 months ago that we left off the Ontario Hockey League season in 2016-2017. The Otters claiming the ultimate goal as they went out and long pursuing an OHL championship, finally reached the summit as the Otters claim the 2017 OHL championship. It was a 5-game series with the Mississauga Steelheads as the Otters, just 2 days and 15 years later after claiming their first OHL championship in an overtime game, the script was set to repeat history as the Otters, down heading into the third period, would see the game tied by Taylor Radish in the final minutes at 3, giving overtime and a chance for history to repeat itself. And as the Otters were gifted a power play opportunity early in the overtime frame, they made no mistake with their high-powered offense and went to work with the man advantage.
As Erie, Turkey on the table, they win the draw back. DeBrincat. As it's Taylor Radish left side, he's got the hot stick. Here's the Darren Radish, the older brother, now DeBrincat the right side. Looks to the front, gives Elo, it's Strome. But it's Taylor in front, he's Sorelli! Anthony Sorelli! And you should see me in a crowd. The Erie Otters are Ontario Hockey League champions 2017!
The Otters now on a trip to defend their championship. And although the Memorial Cup tournament ended with 1 win shy, the Otters a second championship banner to be raised in just a little over a week. But that's in the past, and we're looking to the future as all OHL teams go through a turnover period. The Otters will do the same. As gone are the likes of Alex DeBrincat, Dylan Strome, Anthony Sorelli, Warren Fogle, Kyle Pettit, Darren Radish, Eric Chernak, and you name it. 49% of the Otters' offense from last year gone. But a promising, young, talented group on its way. Dave Brown and company at the helm. And a new head coach. And Chris Hartsburg, coming from the Lincoln Stars, a former assistant coach with the Erie Otters just 3 seasons ago. The Otters have the pieces in place to begin a next tradition in Erie Otters hockey. Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron Cooney, and I welcome you to our new broadcast home with our friends at CBS Sports Radio 1260 and 96.3 as we get set for the 2017-2018 season. Erie Otters hockey is just around the corner. Otters fans, you're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network right here on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Nissan Altima. It's now 30% off its manufacturer's suggested retail price. The stylish car is a 2017 Top Safety Pick Plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. And it's 30% off its MSRP. Another amazing price is on the Nissan Versa. It's selling at its lowest price ever, only $11,990. Come see the Altima and Versa at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
There's 2 or more at each price. Altima HN307132, Versa HL866268.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome you in here to Peterborough, Ontario. The Otters once again starting the season off here on the road, and they'll take on the reigning East Division champion, Peterborough Petes, who are receiving an honorable mention in the first edition of the CHL Top 10 rankings. So the Otters have their work cut out for them in the early parts of this season, as we'll take a look around the league and address this new year, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it a lot, as it seems we might have a shift in powers this season. Some of the same teams, you'll notice a couple up there, but I think we're going to see a much more competitive and a lot more parity here in this OHL season with some of those high-powered, star-powered teams of the past few years. I don't think you're going to have that this year. It's going to be a different look, but that's just my opinion. We'll see. That's why they play the games. Looking at tonight's roster, and we mentioned about the turnover in that open there. The Otters, 319 goals scored last year. Well, 49% of that gone. And just to name a few, and you know Alex DeBrincat put up a team record 65 last year. He's off, well, right now with the Chicago Blackhawks, and we'll see if he sticks around or ends up at the Rockford Ice Hogs with Darren Radish, his former teammate who signed with the Rockford Ice Hogs with a AHL contract towards the end of the season last year after the Memorial Cup. So the Otters, yes, and also without Dylan Strome, Anthony Cirelli, Warren Fogle, Kyle Pettit, Eric Chernak. Much turnover coming into this season, and we'll be getting used to some new names that you're going to hear a lot of, some young prospects that they're excited about, and still a veteran group coming back from last year with a lot of experience and a lot to prove, and I think a lot of people will see that this Otters team can surprise people this year. And I think that's more what I'm looking to. And I think a lot of people will have them written off, but I think they can surprise some people here this year as we jump into our Marshall Marsh Real Estate Services lineup. And looking at the Otters, Troy Timpano is going to start. The Otters overage goaltender, 36-8 last year, 4 shutouts, 2.37 goals against average, and a .901 save percentage. And coming off of an invite to Pittsburgh Penguins rookie tournament roster, competing up at the Harbor Center just a couple weeks ago. The Otters will scratch number 5, Aiden Timmermans, number 22, Joseph Mack, number 29, Chad Yetman, and number 41, Curtis Henry. And another news and note from just, now 2 hours ago, the Otters entered the season, at least entered today, with 4 overagers. And you know the rule, you can only play 3, and you have to be down to 3 by the overage deadline in January. And the Otters have figured that out. General Manager Dave Brown taking care of that with the trade of TJ Fergus to the Hamilton Bulldogs for 3 picks, a 3rd rounder in 2018, a conditional 5th in 2020, and a conditional 6th in 2020, all coming to the Erie Otters for overage defenseman TJ Fergus, who will now be with a former Erie Otters assistant coach, Vince Lace, and the Hamilton Bulldogs here for this season. Otters lines, you're looking at a line, and this is, we are getting really different here, but the top line, you're going to see Kyle Maximovich on the left wing with Ivan Lodnia and Taylor Radich. They're going to start, and your starting defensive pairing, Josh Wayman and overage defender Owen Hedrick. Over on the other side of the ice, the Peterborough Petes go with Dylan Wells between the pipes, the Edmonton Oilers' 5th-round pick from 2 drafts ago. Will get the start. 33, 15, 2, and 2 last year. 1 shutout, 3.07 goals against average, and a .916 save percentage. A little slow out of the gate last year for Dylan Wells, but really picked things up towards the end and had a stellar playoff up until that Eastern Conference final against the Mississauga Steelheads, where they just, Peterborough really bowed out in 4 games to the Steelheads before that OHL championship final with the Otters and the Mississauga Steelheads. But the Petes missing some big-time players themselves, especially with the loss of Stephen Lorentz, probably the best player. Talking with Rob Snook, their play-by-play man on the radio side, and how much that Stephen Lorentz meant to them last year in the postseason. But he is gone. Their big trade they made for Nikita Kroslev out of the Sarnia Sting, he appears to be moved on as well. He could come back, but with an NHL contract and all that, you probably will not see him in that offense as well. Brendan Profit graduating, Kyle Jenkins gone, Matt Spencer gone, Josh Coyle gone. Those are some big-time minute-munching defenders, no longer for the Peterborough Petes. But their scratches for tonight, Matt McNamara, number 8, number 9, Tyler Rollo out with an injury, and also number 23, Matthias Svoboda out with an injury as well. Not a team to take lightly. Still some pretty good returning players when you look at this group, and already a favorite to win the East Division with the likes of Logan DeNoble coming back, named captain last year, a 34-goal scorer, and also Peterborough native. Jonathan Ang, Florida Panthers 4th rounder 2 years ago, and a couple picks this past NHL draft, with Cole Frazier on the blue line going to the Detroit Red Wings in the 5th round, and also Zach Gallant going to Detroit in the 3rd round, as the Red Wings like their Petes. Caught up with Taylor Radich. He returned to the team just last night after being reassigned by the Tampa Bay Lightning to the Ontario Hockey League and to junior hockey. And we're going to hear from Taylor Radich next. Right after this, you're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
What is the best-selling SUV or CUV in America? The all-wheel drive Nissan Rogue. Only $279 a month with 0 down. It has comfort with 0 gravity seating. It has safety with a unique safety shield. And now it has competition, the brand new Rogue Sport. The new Rogue Sport, it's only $20,990 right now at Interstate Nissan. 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
Lease is 12,000 miles per year. Payment is plus tax, title, and license. The first payment due at signing. There are 2 or more Rogue Sports at this price. Number HW106071. The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider. Helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Back inside the Peterborough Memorial Center, the Erie Otters getting set to face off with the Peterborough Petes. This is the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. As, oh, you know, you go to every building and they're unveiling their banner and going to take it up to the ceiling with their first East Division title since 2006. Here for the Peterborough Petes. It's been a long time coming for them, and also a good team this year to do the same thing. Already a favorite to win the East or the East Division and challenge early favorite Mississauga Steelheads for the East Division or the Eastern Conference title. As the Honors 2-0 last year against the Petes, including a come-from-behind win here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. And as part of that, Taylor Radish helping to get things going, and as always with offense last year, 106 points. I caught up with him getting set for this upcoming year.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters forward, recently returning to the team from Tampa Bay, a flight last night. It's Taylor Radish. And Taylor, I guess the first, when you look at this group, you join them, well, you're here for breakfast with the team and everything. Is there a different feel to it? Obviously, the last few years and what you guys have gone through and culminating with that championship last year, the Memorial Cup berth. But when you look at this group now, what's so different, and how have you seen yourself grow into now one of the biggest leaders on this team?
Yeah, it's pretty cool when you get have a chance like this for me with coming into that could be my last season, and I guess being an older guy, you get to see a lot of new faces with the team we had last year, and we lost a lot of guys, but there's a lot of new young guys that are coming in. They're pretty skilled, so we're excited for tonight, and hopefully we get to win the first game.
Now, for you, coming back from training camp, what's it like to go through something like that? NHL team, you see some of those other guys. Obviously, you got familiar faces with Anthony Sorelli and Eric Chernak being there as well. But the time in Tampa Bay, even the hurricane that kind of postponed that tournament. How was that couple weeks with Tampa Bay like?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was something I didn't really experience last year because the World Cup, they missed a lot of their top guys. So with all of them there this year, it was pretty cool to see how skilled they are and how professional they act all around the rink. And it was a lot of fun with the hurricane there. It was kind of a scary time, but we got out of there right before it came. So they took care of us in every way they could, and they treated us well.
What do they tell you when they send you back down? Are there specific things they want you to work on and everything? Obviously, you came off a great season last year, just the sixth Erie Otter to ever put up a 100-point season. So we know the offense is there, but what does Tampa Bay and some of their brass want to see from you?
Just to keep developing my skating. They feel like it's come a long way since I got drafted to them, and I got to keep working on that. And just something else I brought up this year was my play without the puck. It's kind of a tough thing to do when you don't know where to go on the ice. You don't have the puck because you got to get open. But it's something I can just work on this season and to try to develop my game for next year. A
lot of young forwards, and you mentioned some of that young talent on there. What's it like now that you've gone through it and you've seen some of the older guys when you were here, whether it's somebody like even just Connor McDavid being in his third season, even as young as he was in his draft year. But what are the messages that you tell some of the younger guys, like an Emmett Sproul in his first year, Max Golod, and so on?
Just to soak as much as you can your first couple of games. It's not easily to jump into right away, and especially from the preseason to here, it's kind of a big jump. And with playing in normal OHL rinks now and the fans and stuff like that, it's going to be difficult. But just got to get used to it and just play every game and work your hardest.
Excited to get out there here tonight for a real game here in Peterborough?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully for a big win.
All right, thanks for this, T, and have fun tonight.
Thanks.
That's Taylor Radish of the Erie Otters. Face-Off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win Progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Interstate Mitsubishi is now selling the Outlander Sport for its lowest price ever, $16,988. That's almost $5,000 less than its original MSRP of $21,890. For just $16,988, you can own an Outlander Sport with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 7 airbags, and 18-inch alloy wheels. This is the best deal on a brand new CUV you'll find anywhere, and it's only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price and prior to tax, title, and license fees. Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Peterborough Memorial Center, getting set for, well, one of the opening games on the OHL slate. It is OHL opening week here on this Thursday, and this isn't the only banner raising that's on the slate here this evening. As also raising a banner would be the Windsor Spitfires in their Memorial Cup Championship with their victory over the Erie Otters in the 1-goal game, and Otters falling just short back at the end of May as the Otters experiencing that turnover, and as it was outlined here by the Peterborough Petes, who enter their 61st year of junior hockey here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. And it's part of the growing OHL as it's built into what it is here now as the top developmental league in hockey. As it's not just hockey that they do here as well in Peterborough. It's a pretty big market for lacrosse. And speaking of that, their local team, the Peterborough Lakers, won the National Lacrosse Championship. That's the Man Cup. They just won last week. And they also call the Peterborough Memorial Center here their home. So there's been what they're hoping is good luck that continues even after an East Division title by the Peterborough Petes, and then a Man Cup championship in the National Lacrosse League here in Canada. Hoping to keep that rolling. And as the Petes open up their next season as we will step into anthems here in just a second. We'll enjoy those, and face-off will be right after that, after this extended pregame show and extended ceremonies here from the Peterborough Memorial Center at the Honors and Pete's. That'll be coming up next. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Peterborough Memorial Center, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents opening night of the OHL 2017-2018 season. The Erie Otters visiting the Peterborough Petes. Hello again, everyone. Aaron Cooney here with you, back for another season as we welcome you to the Erie Otters Radio Network with our new friends and new partners, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260. Coming into you crystal clear here from the Peterborough Memorial Center. And we're all just set for some hockey. The Otters, of course, OHL championships last year, set to defend the crown. And it starts here tonight under the next tradition in the first regular season game under head coach Chris Hartsburg. Hartsburg coming back to the Erie Otters after serving as an assistant back in 2013-2014. Remember, that was the first time the Otters turned it around and won 50 games. The beginning of this 4-year stretch now, and they look to continue that to a CHL in their own record into a 5th year here this season. But Hartsburg returns after the departure of Chris Knobloch, who is now an assistant coach with the Philadelphia Flyers. And big shoes to fill. Good friends as well off the ice. But Chris Knobloch leaves the Otters with the best winning percentage by an Otters coach at .711. That percentage. 4 50-win seasons for Chris Knobloch, an OHL championship. Another OHL Championship Series berth of the Western Conference title in 2015. But now it's Chris Hartsburg's bench coming over from the Lincoln Stars of the USHL. And we're set for the 2017-2018 season. Ivan Lodnia will take the opening draw against Jonathan Eng, and we are underway with OHL opening week. Hedrick on back. He'll launch it down the ice into the corner near side. Maximich gets there first. He'll beat out the icing call. Rimmed around the far side corner. You got to remember this Peterborough Memorial Center, tight corners and a smaller rink, with it being the historic building that it is as it's chipped out the center on the near side. Jonathan Eng there to play it on for Frazier. Back at their own circles. Move to Timms, who looks ahead. Aaron pass will get around Maximich and down towards Erie territory as Troy Timpano is forced to play it. Logan DeNoble fires one from the far side, but that's sticked away by Timpano to the corner. Fast onto the far side corner. Poked behind by Hedrick. Wayman didn't know it was coming, and he's knocked off the puck by Timlick, but it squirts up the near side, and again found by Timlick. Gives back behind the Otters goal. There is Josh Wayman for Erie to settle things down as Hedrick twirls it right back to him to 20 in white. The Otters first time out in the white jerseys as it's tipped at center ice on a long stretch pass. Patrick Fellows gets into the zone. The Otters can finish that wholesale change. Behind the Peterborough net and worked on near side. Erie working right to left here in this first period. Skating out to center, Peterborough in control. They work it on right wing side and try to cross it. It's off a stick and bump forward for Alex Gritz. One of the new members of this Erie Otters squad, spent last year with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, coming to Erie in a trade just before training camp. It's bounced around behind the Peterborough net, trying to chase it down to the near side as Declan Chisholm and Gallant in to help out as well. Fellows battling away. Lifted up off the glass by Peterborough, and it skips back to Erie territory. Sam Brook is there to settle down the bouncing puck. Ahead for Gurney, just a minute and a half in here to the opening night of the OHL season. The Honors dump it in, and Peterborough able to collect. Flight up the near side off the stick of Gogolev, and Garrett Podubny will take over after that bouncing puck. Erie again in control, up ahead to center ice. Ramped in off the stick of Stefan Patry, and back to the near side corner. There's Arju Chintsev of the Peterborough Petes. He'll give off to the defense in the corner, looking for Alex Black on near side as he rims it up off the dasher, and it gets out in midair to center ice, but it's picked up on the right wing side, and off they go. Bobby Dow tied up along the near side wall. That was by Jack Duff. Bounce down to the near side corner, try to play it in front. Here's a try by Dow, blocked, and Gerard Chintsev, nice move, drops it off to the blue line, a wrist shot, and it's blocked by Cade Robinson. Deflects out of play on the try from John Parker Jones of the Petes. And it's, as I was getting to in that beginning, this is one of these smaller buildings. The ice surface a little bit tighter, and it's one of two buildings that you'll see in the OHL where the benches are opposite of each other, on the opposite sides of the ice from each other, rather than next to each other. So you have one side, that's nearest me, where I'm calling Peterborough Petes right there. On the opposite side of the ice are the Erie Otters. And the corners, yeah, you'll ask any of the players here. It takes a little while to get used to. Lively boards and these corners, very tight. The pucks can move so quick as Peterborough in control. You talk about home ice advantage, they definitely have it, as we're going to have our first call of the game. The stick caught up and caught Owen Hedrick as he gets checked out over the far side by a linesman, but that's my miss. It's the Otters heading to the penalty box, and it's Peterborough native Josh Wayman with the first penalty of this season for the Erie Otters. And the Otters will be shorthanded. The Petes heading to the man advantage. They had the 7th-ranked power play unit last season at 20.6%. But the Otters will win this draw and fly it down ice to be stopped by Wells, and he'll set it up, leaving it behind the goal. Matthew Timms will carry the mail. A 63-point season last year for Matthew Timms, the most by a Peterborough defenseman since Chris Pronger in 1993. They get into the zone, but a drop pass off the mark, and they got to chase it back down again in neutral territory. Behind the goal is Black, but it's going to be Timms. Nicely shields the puck as a Christian Gurney on the hunt for it. As it's moved to Pavel Gogolev, and he will leave it left wing side. Into the zone they come. Logan DeNoble skipped across for Timlick down the right wing side, all the way down to the bottom of the circle. Wants to come back up for Arju Chintsev. who holds now for the right wing point. Center point, it's Timms. Waits, wrist shot blocked by Patrick Fellows, and Gurney will fly it down the ice on the clear. A minute on the penalty to Josh Wayman, the first of this OHL season. A high sticking call. The Otters will change the penalty kill unit, and on ahead goes Peterborough in control. Gallant, roughed up by one of the Otters, stood up by Sambrook coming across the blue line, and that'll force them to back up as they were offside. Try again here. Scoreless hockey game 4 minutes in, and still on the power play is Peterborough for 40 seconds. Jonathan Ang out of the near side corner. Plays it around the horn onto the far side wall. Bounce towards the front of the net. Poked by Sambrook and Timpano. It gets onto the corner. Bobby Dow. Drop it back down low as Sambrook runs into a man. Knocks down Gallant hard into the end boards, but it's still held in at the point for Jonathan Ang. Bobby Dow left wing side. Skip it in front looking for a deflection try, and that's off the mark as it bounces to the corner. Jamming at it was Ryan Martin, but they cannot clear. Man open in front. Look out. Doyle will shoot. Stopped by Timpano in the first of the game. As it's cleared on the near side, the Otters go racing out to center ice. Here's Ivan Lodnia to Taylor Radish on the left wing side. Drags between them, man, but Ang able to stop it up with the skate, and he takes off the speedster down right wing side. A fourth-round pick of the Florida Panthers. Sends it out to the point, no one home. They were changing on the play as Babinsev is there to hold from his own blue line. Power play's over. We're even strength 5-on-5 play. Just 5 minutes into the game. No score. Erie Otters and Peterborough Petes here on opening night in the OHL. At the Otters line, a takeaway. And it's Erie in control, moving it forward. Emmett Sproul, their first-round pick. Got it into the zone, but it's quickly turned around by Alex Black, the former Sarnia Sting. And they move up forward and bounce it into the Otters zone. Jack Duff rips up the man right in front of the Otters bench. And it's knocked to center ice, tossed right back in offside by Peterborough, and Duff is there for Erie. Moved it up ahead for Carson Edwardson. On for Emmett Sproul, back for Duff, and they want Hedrick, who has to find it and go retrieve. And he'll chase back behind his own goal and settle things down here. They'll lug the mail out to the left of goaltender Troy Timpano, and he'll find Max Golod, who's bumped off the puck, but Golod back after it. It's poked near side corner back in Peterborough territory as the Petes in control and break out to center ice. Moving on forward, Isaacson, his drop pass picked off by Erie, and they got a fast break here the other way. Garrett Podubny left wing side. He's got a trailer in Wayman. Podubny takes it in behind the net, just ran out of room. Erie follows up. Stefan Patry, the near side corner. Podubny to help out. You can see his little unfamiliarity with the Otters and trying to get used to some lines on that rush as Podubny and Cade Robinson both went back behind the net and really left no option for a dish. Peterborough, after taking the puck from Podubny, clears back to Erie territory, and it's thrown down the length of the ice by the Otters. We'll have our first icing call of the evening with 13:33 to play in this first period. No score between the Erie Otters and the Peterborough Petes here in Game 1 of the OHL season 2017-2018 underway from the Peterborough Memorial Center. Other games going on. 2 others on the slate. We'll get to those later as the Otters win this draw. It's bounced on the near side. I think that's one part we'll talk about. We'll get to when we get a chance with the puck in action. But that is face-off plays. The Otters had some of the best centers in the league last year. It's going to be hard to come up with starting with the puck and how important that is with a puck possession team. Erie was able to clear, but it's loose out at center ice, and Jonathan Ang will take over. Working on left wing side. Stick lifted by Gurney as the puck settles at the blue line. Waiting, it's moved on to Frazier. Center point, wrist shot through traffic. Blocked by Erie, and it bounced in front for a backhand try that just sails wide by Logan DeNoble. Otters moved up the blue line, but not out. Held by Matthew Timms. Back on to Frazier. Wrist shot through traffic again, and it's a blocker save by Timpano. Skipped out off the far boards, and it'll get to center ice as Frazier settles it down. And for DeNoble, the Otters take it right back and clear as Timms again settles. It usually takes about a period for a visiting team to get used to this building. And the Otters, you can tell, it's happened my 4 years now into my 5th watching teams visit the Peterborough Memorial Center. It takes a little time to get used to it, especially when you only make one trip a year into Peterborough. Sent into Erie territory. Timpano will move it as quickly on his trail was Pavel Gogolev. And the Otters in the corner, Jordan Sambrook. You'll find Alex Gritz marching out to center ice. Leave it left wing side. Gurney right back to Gritz at the circle. Try to turn it in front for Fellows, and it was intercepted. And here comes Peterborough. They'll leave it for Gogolev into the zone. Big slapper misses wide. And off the end board, sent to the corner with a poke check by Timpano. Along far side, Gurney digging for it. Twirling away there. Durarju Chinsa to the blue line, and Black will let one fly. Stick just wide as Timpano's caught up with some traffic in front. The puck knocked to the near corner by the Otters. Owen Hedrick, overage defender, and a Boston Bruins rookie camp invite. He'll clear off a stick to center ice, and it allows Erie to make a change of their own because Peterborough's doing the same thing, but still they control the puck. Babinsev will send it in off a stick behind the Otters goal. Timpano, he'll rim it around, and that's blocked up by Isaacson from the near side, and they leave it into the corner. Isaacson still after it. Bounced along the half wall. Maksimovic, he couldn't get it as it's down for Paquette. Tied up by Ryan Martin. Now again, it's Isaacson. He'll lead to the blue line. Frazier, cross ice, left side point. A play in front for Tim's deflected towards the goal, and it's Timpano with the reactionary save, picking it out of the air with the glove to gain the whistle. With 11:07 to play first period, no score. Here from the Peterborough Memorial Center between the Otters and the Petes. Shots on goal 4-1 in favor of the home team. As they line up for the face-off, and it's one onto Paquette, lets one fly off a stick out of play. So we'll get the face-offs now. Last year you had 3 centermen that were over 60% on draws. Dylan Strome, Kyle Pettit, and Anthony Sorelli. The Otters started with the puck more often than not, especially in defensive zone situations. And now you lose all 3 of those guys. It's hard to come up. You got to win some faceoffs. But the Otters break out into this one as they try to give it out in front as Sambrook joined the play. The pass was off the mark by Ivan Ladnia. And the Otters had to retreat back to center. Off the skates of Taylor Radish as it's corralled by Matthew Timms and then flown down the ice. Timpano has to play it as Maksimovic will take that pass from number 33. Erie gives ahead. Here's Taylor Radish, finds Maksimovic coming into the zone. Wrist shot off the pad of Dylan Wells and the outside of the post, but Erie controls. Byrne gives in front for Maksimovic, and he could never handle that pass on the backhand. Here's Ladnia looking for it to the near side corner. Bounced in front, nearly picked off by Taylor Radish as the Otters hold in. Maksimovic holding, and a penalty coming up. Erie's going to the power play. Maksimovic looking in front. He's turned around and poke check. And grabbing the puck for the touch-up is Peterborough. And the Otters will get their first chance with the man advantage. And a couple opportunities to give the Otters 2 shots on goal. And their top line, Ivan Ladnia centering Kyle Maksimovic and Taylor Radish. Getting close, but no cigar. Onto the man advantage, though, for the Otters. The second best power play last year at 27.2%. But we'll be getting used to a new power play units. Here's Edwardson, winds up slap shot, pad stop made, and the Otters grab the rebound. Held center point, Sambrook, wrist shot, didn't make it through the goal. A lot of traffic there. Wayman now to Gurney, turn it in front for Fellows, and it hit off a defender's stick, and it'll bounce to center. Sambrook at his own line to corral. Nearly midway through here, the first period. No score, Otters and Peterborough Petes. It's opening night of the OHL season. Sambrook into the zone, looking for Gurney. Bounces on the Fellows, walks in. Wrist shot blocked, didn't make it the goal, and the Otters couldn't get to that loose biscuit on the near side of the crease. Sent to the near corner, though. Logan DeNoble, the captain here of the Peterborough Petes. Sends it all the way to the far side, and Wayman will leave it out for Sambrook. If he got there, it would have been picked off, and Paquette would have had a try, shorthanded. Erie bats it towards the goal, and it's deflected by Wells. All good on the play as Fellows tracks it down behind the net. Erie still in possession with the power play. A minute left. Sambrook, one-time drive. Look out, headhunter. That catches the glass high. Wayman again from the right wing circle. Back up top, Jordan Sambrook. Near side, it's Edwardson. Moves in, wrist shot. It's blocked by Black. Turned on the backhand and cleared by Peterborough with 45 seconds on the clock for the man advantage. And the top unit will sit out there. Timpano leaves it on, and he just took a penalty. That's a delay of game call. Timpano was trying to turn it back behind the net, but he played it on that just enough of a bump and a scoop to leave it back behind the goal. It went outside the trapezoid. So that's a delay of game call on the Otters for their goaltender, Troy Timpano, playing the puck outside the trapezoid area behind the goal. And there goes the Otters' first power play unit. Neither team able to slip one past the netminder. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 35 seconds. It's bounced on to center ice. Adam Timlick looking for it, but they're offside as it skips off his stick. They back off. It allows the Otters to pick it up. And now Mitch Byrne looks for the headman pass. He'll skate it instead into the offensive zone and now slide it around the net. All the way to the far side corner, Taylor Radish chasing. Timms is tied up there. Ivan Ladnia out there with them, but they can't team up to get the puck. It's Adam Timlick back on it. Frazier and now Timms. They leave it on at their own blue line. Nearly picked off on that dish, but it's brought forward and this time offside on the attempted entry by Peterborough. Ahead of the play, just a little too antsy to get into the zone was Adam Timlick. And we get a whistle. 2 seconds left on the first penalty, and the Otters will then be shorthanded for 1 minute and 21 seconds. Here in period 1. No score, Otters and Pete's. Part of OHL opening week. Erie starting on the road. 3-game road trip. In total, their first 4 games will be on the road. Tomorrow night in Kingston, Sunday night in Ottawa, and then next Friday in Niagara for opening things up here at the Erie Insurance Arena for the raising of their own championship banner. That's September 30th against the Kitchener Rangers. Power play on for Peterborough as they enter down the near side. Jonathan Eng, cross-ice pass, open man, wind up, slap shot by Gogolev, goes wide. Loose to the near side corner. Gerarju Chintsev twirling away, trying to get away from Ryan Martin, who's pestering him as it slid up the near side. Maximovic steps in front of a man and takes the puck away, but off the stick, and Gogolev has it now. Change in the power play, or penalty kill unit, for the Otters, as Eng will stay out here, right wing side. Swirl it into the zone, try to drop it off in front, bouncing around as Timpano stopped that centering pass. It allows his defenders to clear to the near corner, opposite end of the ice. Garrett Podemny serving the penalty for the next 20 seconds. Troy Timpano delay a game for playing that puck outside the trapezoid area. Peterborough, man ahead. Cedric Paquette on the right wing, dropping off. Zach Gallant, nice move around the defender, try to flip it back down low for Paquette. That's no go. Gallant still at it. Gerarju Chintsev, Gallant back in front, bounce around off the panel, is down, losing his stick is Timpano. Out of the box, Podemny still in control. It's the Petes. Eng plays it to himself off the boards. Bump back behind the net, trying to swipe it out in front. The Otters will instead cover as the attempted pass by Gallant. Covered by Timpano without a paddle. And we'll get a whistle with 6:42 to play. First period. The Erie Otters and Peterborough Pete's game number 1 of the OHL season. And we're scoreless. Shots 5-4 in favor of the home team. Otters, real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the brewery at Union Station. Erie's original brew pub and restaurant, located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters. With Chris Hartsburg returning for the Erie Otters, a 83-14 record with the Lincoln Stars in 3 seasons as the head coach of the USHL team. Improved his team after an 18-37-5 record in his first year. A 27-point improvement the next year on their way to a playoff berth. And he sent 40 players under his guidance to Division I hockey. Also 7 NHL draft picks under the tutelage of Chris Hartsburg. Wow, with the Lincoln Stars. As we get back to action here, no score still from the Peterborough Morris Center, just getting underway. Still 6.5 to play here in the first period. Play on to the near side corner Otters zone after that defensive zone face-off. It's going to be picked up moving forward. Cade Robinson trying to give across Chisholm. Nice read. He read the puck, but on the attempted pass for Pottery, but they couldn't corral it. As the Otters do knock it into the zone. Cade Robinson leave it on down to the far side corner. Pottery after it. It's played up the far wall. Pinch in by Jack Duff. Didn't work out as the puck evaded his stick, but the Otters control from center. They'll give on to Pottery. Everybody's changing behind him, so he sandals his way all the way back out to center. Give to Martin. Pottery, and holding is Jack Duff. Skates out from his own bench on the right wing side, and they'll float it in on the backhand. Here's Emmett Sproul. Tied up by Chisholm, who moves the puck ahead after the steal, and Chad Deneau gives out forward. On right wing side, John Parker Jones plays it down to the near side corner. Otter zone, Zach Gallant spinning away from Josh Wainman. Gallant waiting, gives up near side. Parker Jones, the blue line. Chisholm will miss on the attempted wrist shot from the right point, and Jack Duff will get to that bouncing puck behind his goal as it's turned over. Look out, here's Paquette right in the zone. Wrist shot just skips wide. a worm burner along the ice. Chisholm holds in for the blue line. Walks from the right wing circle. Lets it fly. It's blocked by Golog. Got it back. Fires again. And it's stopped by Timpano, who gobbles it up. No rebound. And keeps this game scoreless. The Otters is going to take a lot of hard work against this team. And even though the Otters may be the younger squad, Peterborough's returning a lot. And hopes another year as a favorite in the Eastern Conference and receiving votes in the CHL Top 10. An honorable mention team as they win the draw. Timms bounces one off of the body of his partner, Jonathan Ang. As the loose puck picked up by Owen Hedrick. He's going to skate this one out to center ice and on into the zone right wing side. Plays one towards the goal. Deflected off his skate and ends up back behind the net. Maksimovic after to the corner. Spins away from Logan DeNoble. Try to play it out in front for Taylor Radish. That's no go, and it's defended off his stick and out to center ice. Here goes DeNoble left wing side. Looking for Ang. Off his skate. Look out. Trickle towards the net, but Timpano had to paddle down to play it to the corner. Ang holds on. Gives it the point. Fires one from long range was Timms. That's fought off by Timpano, and it's loose onto the corner. Leave it out to the blue line. Attempt by Jonathan Ang. And it's a good reach from Maksimovic. He forced it out to center ice. And that forced Peterborough offside, and here he has a chance to wheel things up. Long range try from the blue line by Lodnia. Fought off. Knocked to the corner by Dylan Wells. As Erie's changing back behind the play. In controls Peterborough. Forward for DeNoble. Dropping off at the Otters line. Wanted to find Zach Galan, and it's picked up on right wing side. And moving forward with it is Timlick to the corner. Fought there by Jordan Sambrook, who throws him down to the ice with authority. But behind the goal, it's still Peterborough. And with the puck, Isaacson gives to the blue line. Picked off by Gurney. He'll backhand it out to center and into the Peterborough zone. Alex Gritz will chase it down in the far side wall. Try to throw one towards the front of the net. Caught the side of the cage, and Gurney back after it. He tipped it onto the corner. Gritz right back for Gurney. Back to Gritz. Moving in. Fire save made. Rebound. Fellows. Oh, what a stop by Dylan Wells with the skate. Erie tries one from the near side. It's deflected out of play, but Dylan Wells just robbed Patrick Fellows on that rebound try from the Gritz shot. Just sliding out that right leg. And Patrick Fellows with the goaltender down, slid it right off the blade of the skate that kept it out. And we remain scoreless in this first period. Dylan Wells, a fifth-round pick of the Edmonton Oilers in 2016. Got off to a bit of a slow start last year, but really picked up second half of the season into the postseason. Even scored an empty net goal in the playoffs in their clinching game against the Kingston Frontenacs in their semifinal matchup. But the Otters back after the puck in the offensive zone. Cade Robinson gives it the blue line. It's Mitch Byrne at the point. Sambrook right side. Wrist shot through traffic. Missed wide. They'll be back behind the net. Wraparound try. Save made. A rebound. Autry after it. And again, it's Dylan Wells coming up with the biscuit. Oh, Erie generating a little offense here. Just like that, they've shot up to take the shots on goal lead, 9-7. And their first few couple shifts of sustained offensive pressure. They haven't had much to start the game, but remember that adjustment period I talked about, getting used to this rink, but they're starting to use that. You saw just before that, a try goes wide by Jordan Sambrook, but by design, because they bounce off and it settled behind the net, because he saw that heading behind the goal was Garrett Podubny, who picked it up there and had a good chance on the wraparound. Peterborough controls after the face-off, however, and they get it towards the Otters line, where a poke check by the Otters' Cade Robinson settled things down, but Cade Robinson denied the puck at the blue line on the other side. Down the other way on the right wing side, Timlick has a shot that goes off the side of the net. Moved up the wall and diving for a keep-in was Cole Frazier, but the Otters will get to the puck at their own corner. Behind the net, Ryan Martin. Autry and out ahead. Nice pass to Cade Robinson carrying right wing side. He'll float it to the zone as Erie's changing behind the plate. Lodnia's going to get to that puck first. Stripped of it nicely by the stick of Timms, who holds in four in black. And now on to black, as the Peterborough Pete's wearing these black jerseys of that burgundy maroon trim. As Erie chases down on the right wing side, Maksimovic with the skate, his stick tied up, continues to kick at it, but with two hands on the stick, it's lifted to center by Isaacson. Back for the Otters with 2 minutes to play here. First period, we are scoreless. Otters and Pete's in game one of this OHL season. Turnover, look out, Lodnia has it in on goal. Oh, stop again by Wells with the glove. as he tried to go up high, just didn't get enough up there. Had to go to the roof, but the glove of Wells said no. Back behind the goal, Paquette on the other side. Gives it the blue line, and Black will chip it back down low. Isaac's in there, right back, Paquette. Trying to throw it to the front. The Otters block it. Taylor Radish, then Lodnia scoops it to center where it's gloved down, and Chisholm controls for Peterborough. A minute and a half left here in this first period. Chisholm into the zone. Gives on to Isaacson on the near side. Oh, he's been out here a while. He's tripped up and still able to move it to the front of the Otters goal, where it's intercepted by Wayman, and Erie breaks out the other way. Here's Gurney onto the right wing side. Lets a shot go. Shoulder stop Wells. The blue line. Erie diving on the play. They couldn't keep in because Bobby Dow on his stomach knocked that puck out to center ice, and the Otters will chip it back into the zone. Do not control, however. Arjuchinsa carries out the other way. Sent on right wing side of the Otters zone. Gogolev couldn't control that one. Patrick Fellows just gave Bobby Dow a tumble on a body check at center ice, but the Otters collide and knock down their own selves as Dow the other way with a wrister. That stopped from the left wing side by Troy Timpano. 35 seconds to go. Here comes Mitch Byrne with a crashing check on Arjuchinsa. Keeps his feet, and Bobby Dow has it. Sends one through the goal mouth. Attempted pass. No go. Gogolev to the puck on the near side. Now at the blue line for the Peach. Timms drags and fires, blocked by Gurney. He'll chase it out to center ice. Sees that they're changing behind the play. Continues to look for an option. Bounces it off the end boards, but it's played up the near side. Peterborough gaining control only for a moment before Carson Edwardson just on. Keeps it in down deep. Played behind the net. And that's Peterborough's side. Edwardson still chasing. Only man in there right now with 5 seconds to go as it's lifted to center by the Peets. And we'll have the end of the first period. Well, the Otters took a little time to adjust, and you got to get used to this smaller playing surface. And they did turn things on. Got some offensive chances. It was Dylan Wells with an outstanding first period. He made 11 stops. Troy Timpano, 9 stops for himself. Both teams' power play chances, but nothing to show for it. We're scoreless after one period. Otters and Peets here on opening night of the OHL season. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider. Helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
$99.88 or $149 a month on a brand new Mirage or G4? Take your pick. Come see the sporty Mitsubishi Mirage or the sleek G4 sedan. Both get up to 40 miles per gallon and both come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Own one today for only $99.88 or $149 a month. Only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Prices prior to tax, title, and license fees will require financing through dealer or indirect lending service.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
This is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
And we welcome you back here on the Erie Otters Radio Network. And again, proud to be part of CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260. The Cumulus Radio Erie family, as we welcome you here now for the first time on the FM side. Here with 96.3, we got Erie Otters hockey on the FM dial. So pretty exciting stuff all around, and we're happy to be a part of it and bring that to you. Now, this is the UPMC Intermission Report. Welcome you in here as the Otters and the Peterborough Petes. They're scoreless after 20 minutes of play. And we knew it was going to take a little time to get used to this rink, and also for the Otters to get used to new faces. And I know you added in 2 players that haven't been around the last week or so of practice, with Ivan Lodney and Taylor Radish gone at their respective camps. Well, same goes for Jordan Sambrook, who was with the Detroit Red Wings at the Traverse City tournament, and also at Detroit Red Wings training camp for a few days. And Lodney with the Minnesota Wild. Taylor Radish just sent back, returned last night. He flew in and joined the Otters at the hotel after his stint with the Tampa Bay Lightning. So you got a lot of pieces, moving parts. It's going to take a little while to get used to it. You don't have you're not able to just toss out Dylan Strome, Alex DeBrincat, and Taylor Radish and know that it's going to be some tic-tac-toe scoring happening at will. So take a little time, and we mentioned on the broadcast too, it also takes time to get used to this rink. It's a little bit smaller, it's tighter, lively. You talk about lively boards, that puck, it's like a trampoline. It just flies right back off. And in Peterborough, the guys here, the mostly veteran club, they know how to use that to their advantage. And did that a few times here in this game. The Otters, they picked it up as well. And about 13 minutes in or so is when you could really see the Otters starting to feel a little more comfortable and generating some more chances. They were outshot most of the period during the first, but probably the last 5 minutes or so, it was mostly all Erie Otters, finishing the frame 11-9 in favor of Erie in the shots on goal department. And finally generating some offense, and I think the key save, and one that we saw just before the frame ended, was the line of Alex Gritz, Christian Gurney, and Patrick Fellows teaming up. Coming out of the corner, some hard work, and you got Gurney, who sends it to Alex Gritz at the right wing circle, sends one towards the net, and with stop at that rebound right in front, Patrick Fellows turning around and got it towards the net, but kicking out that right leg and getting the skate blade on the puck to keep it from going to the net was Dylan Wells. Keeps it a scoreless hockey game. The Otters a couple more shots on goal. Another good wraparound try from Garrett Podubny that left for an opportunity on the rebound. Erie couldn't stop it home. And that's why we're here scoreless. Troy Timpano on the other end. He's done his work. Erie had to kill off 2 penalties. Timpano 9 stops for him. Oh, they just changed the shots on goal, so I apologize. I was wrong. Erie's being outshot 9-7 as we get that corrected. My apologies to that. Opening night. We're getting used to everything. Still trying to get Wi-Fi going as well in this building. But the Otters and Petes will sit scoreless. And they did meet up back in the preseason, and that was at the OHL preseason showcase at the Harbor Center in Buffalo during Labor Day weekend. And that was the opening game for the Erie Otters that Friday night. They beat the Peterborough Petes, which featured most of their lineup. They didn't play Dylan Wells, but you still saw guys like Jonathan Ang in there, Cole Frazier, Matthew Timms, but Erie was able to defeat the Peterborough Petes that night 4-3. A mostly younger team that was in there for the Otters. They didn't play any of their older guys, and it was a pretty good showing from the group to pull out that preseason victory. But here we are, regular season, whole different ball game. But here inside the UPMC intermission report, We'll come back and we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. 2 other games going on in the OHL. We'll make our stops around the league. And also learn a little more about the league as well when we come back right after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up to the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
The Nissan Altima. It's now 30% off its manufacturer's suggested retail price. This stylish car is a 2017 Top Safety Pick Plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. And it's 30% off its MSRP. Another amazing price is on the Nissan Versa. It's selling at its lowest price ever, only $11,990. Come see the Altima and Versa at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
There's 2 or more at each price. Altima HN 307-132, Versa HL 866-268.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Memorial Center, Aaron Cooney here with you, getting set for the second period that'll be coming up here soon, but we're inside the UPMC intermission report. The Otters and Pete's, they're scoreless here after 1 period of play. Let's take a look around the OHL. It's time for our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. As we jump to the OHL app, Wi-Fi issues here around the arena here tonight, but 2 other games going on in the OHL on opening night. We'll stop first in Barrie, where the Barrie Colts, Ottawa 67s, they're scoreless about 7 minutes into the first period. Barrie Colts, it could be one of the surprising teams in the Eastern Conference. Young squad, and we'll have some exciting Russian talent that has made their way to the team. And the other game going on, the Windsor Spitfires, they're raising their Memorial Cup banner. How about this, the Saginaw Spirit right now, playing spoiler on the night. It's 1-0 Saginaw with a minute to go in the first period. We got a whole period coming up our way, but before we do that, let's take a peek at the OHL. With every year some rule changes, and resulting in that, and I think you're seeing this a lot, even on, if you call it hockey Twitter, around the NHL circuit with their preseason games going on. It has to do with face-offs and icing calls. So when there is an icing call, we'll read you the exact verbiage from the OHL rulebook. When a team commits an icing infraction, any face-off violation will not result in the center being removed. Instead, the center will be warned by the linesman that the team has committed their first face-off violation, and any subsequent violation will result in a bench minor penalty for delay of game, face-off violation being assessed. So if you ice the puck and then you're kicked out of the dot on that second, or any false face-off attempt or face-off violation. Instead of just being kicked out on an icing call, you're going to the box. The other is the high sticking of the puck. They changed this one around where now if you play the puck with a high stick in your defense or in the offensive zone, the face-off doesn't go all the way down to your defensive zone, just comes outside the blue line to the neutral zone. But we have the second period coming up here shortly. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
What is the best-selling SUV or CUV in America? The all-wheel drive Nissan Rogue. Only $279 a month with zero down. It has comfort with zero gravity seating. It has safety with a unique safety shield. And now it has competition, the brand new Rogue Sport. The new Rogue Sport, it's only $20,990 right now at Interstate Nissan. 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
Lease is 12,000 miles per year. Payment is plus tax, title, and license. The first payment due at signing. There are 2 or more Rogue Sports at this price. Number HW106071. Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here to the Peterborough Memorial Center. Aaron Cooney with you, just underway for the second period as the Peterborough Petes Erie Otters scoreless after 1, and it's the Petes into the offensive zone as the Otters defending. Josh Wayman intercepts a pass, and it's carried out to center ice, bounced off the stick of Taylor Radish, but look out behind the play, long stretch pass, and moving on to Galan, moving in, he scores! Zach Gallant, 21 goals last season. He opens up the scoring here for the Peterborough Petes on the 2017-2018 season as the Otters. Here's what happens. You got a tired unit out there. The first line, parts of it still on there. They didn't get the puck in deep to get the change. And when that happened, Peterborough taking advantage. Timlick was ahead of the play, received the pass, and dished on in front. A 2-on-1 was the result of that. Miscue by the Otters, not able to get the puck in deep. And putting it home for his first of the season, Zach Gallant, 1-0 Peterborough. And they're back out into the offensive zone. Paquette put it down low. Awkward bounce out the corner. Alex Gritz able to reel things in and move it out forward to Christian Gurney to center. This will end up on goal. No icing on the play as Dylan Wells will cover. As we have our first goal of the night, and it comes on the 11th shot on goal for the Peterborough Petes. Just nothing Tampano can do on that 2-on-1. Nicely seamed across on the dish by Adam Timlick. And the Peterborough Petes will take the 1-0 lead. And it's the Petes out to center once again. Paquette sends it down to the near side corner off the body of Timpano. Paquette is after it and working away with Zach Gallant. Paquette back after it. Gives out to the blue line, right side. Chisholm gives down low. Bobby Dowell in down deep. And it's Gallant. Couldn't hold on as the Otters intercept, looking for Cade Robinson, but the bounce wasn't there for Cade Robinson. He loses the puck. Here's Gallant. Another try from a sharp angle. The left-hander from the left corner. No dice. Held in by Chisholm. The Petes are feeling it right now. They move on to the far corner. Still with it off in the zone. Centering pass for Paquette. Otters intercept, and Sambrook wants to march forward. With Stephane Patry on the right wing side. Cade Robinson barreling down and fires a shot. That's off a stick, partially blocked by Beraldo. But it's covered by Dylan Wells on the stoppage. 2 minutes and 28 seconds in to this second period. 1-0 Peterborough. The goal will read from Zach Gallant, his first. The assist, Adam Timlick. As the face-off from the near side face-off dot. An offensive zone for Erie. Emmett Sproul looking for it. Comes to Carson Edwardson. Nice little move around a man. Stops into the corner. Shoved to the wall on a play by Matthew Timms, but Erie finds the puck. It's Emmett Sproul. Moving away from traffic. Golod with him behind the net. Sent down to the ice was Sproul from behind, and a penalty coming up. Sproul gets right back up. He's okay. It's going to be a cross-checking call coming up to Matthew Timms. There's your bit of a difference in stature. Matthew Timms with 180 pounds at 5'9". Emmett Sproul right there height-wise, but loses about 40 pounds to him, only 146 pounds. The Otters' first-round pick. And Erie heads their second power play. Quickly cross for Ivan Lodnia. He'll reel it in on the near side circle. As we stay in action, Taylor Radish, left wing side. He's open, give it in front. Garrett Podubny fans on the one-time try with an open net. And the puck went behind the goal, and it's quickly sent to center ice by the Peterborough Petes. Podubny shrugs it on for Taylor Radish as he skates into the zone right wing side. Erie down by one power play, looking to tie things up. Maximovic after to the far side. Chopped that, bounces to the middle of the ice. And first man on it is Alex Black to clear. A minute and 20 on the power play for Erie. Taylor Radish into the zone, drops it off Maximovic. He'll come across the blue line. Shuffle it for Lodnia, right wing side, running this power play from the circle. Taylor Radish now, left wing side, wrist shot. That sails high. Lodnia looking to reel it in, holds from the blue line, and looks for a little drop pass to Owen Hedrick. Fakes the shot. Right wing side, down to the circle, and now the hash marks. In front, Maximovic trying to turn it on to Taylor Radish. Couldn't do so, but Taylor Radish able to keep it alive. Hedrick lets go one-time slap shot goal that sails high. Erie reels it in off the glass. Taylor Radish settles in downs a little bit. Garrett Podubny bouncing off the boards on the half wall. Got it right back from Taylor Radish. Walks in with a backhand try. Lodnia to the goal. He scores! Ivan Lodnia tips it home on the bouncing puck, and we're all tied up at one. With a power play goal from the Minnesota Wild third-round pick, Ivan Lodnia evens things at one. Well, it may not have been as pretty as you would have drawn it up for the Otters. The tic-tac-toe passing, but the attempted pass to the middle of the ice by Podubny was looking for Maximovic in the slot. That goes off his skate, pops to the air, and it's Lodnia. Couple cracks at it in midair. Able to bat it past Dylan Wells, and we're all knotted up in one. Back to action here, and flipped right wing side by Peterborough. They look to center in front. Attempted dish by Deneau, off his skate, and it's held in at the blue line by Timms as he throws it towards the goal. Blocked by Jack Duff, and off goes Patrick Fellows left wing side. Looking for Duff into the offensive zone. The defender moving it in on the right wing side. He'll vacate that area and head back to the blue line where he's expected as Alex Gritz takes over offensively. Only to be stolen away, and here comes the Peterborough Petes. Nick Robertson from the far half wall. Leaves it in down low for Jack Duff to take over, stepping in front of Parker Jones, and off comes Erie as Gurney gets ahead of a man. Looks to go for a backhand try. It sits on the goal line, and the Otters poke it home. Alex Gritz here to take all y'all money. pokes the puck home, which had sat on the goal line after the breakaway try from Gurney. And Alex Gritz has his first as an Erie Otter. And it's Erie up by 1. And that's just how quick this rink offense can just switch to the other way so fast as Gurney was able just to squirt through a few defenders. That puck came with them on the dish, settled it down as he moved in with 2 defenders on his back, went to the backhand to slide it 5-hole. Wells got enough of it to stop it, and it just sat on the goal line. And following up on it was Alex Gritz to poke it home. And it appears the Otters have a 2-1 lead, and now they want to take a look at it on the video replay side to see if Christian Gurney was offsides. So that's where they're at right now. The linesman on the phone here. That gives us a chance to tell you about our referee lineup. That's brought to you by Visual Options. Our 2 referees tonight, Mike Marley and Aaron Neely. 2 linesmen, Justin Tang and Scott Walker. As right now on the phone is Scott Walker with the offside review, and he's now off the phone, and we will get the deliberation. It's a good goal. It will stand. So Alex Gritz, acquired just before training camp began from the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, and the 17-year-old Cranberry Township native on the board with his first as an Otter, and Erie takes a 2-1 lead in the second period. You can see the bit of chemistry coming together for that line. Sitting on the third line, Gritz, Gurney, Patrick Fellows. They were pretty good in preseason as well. Christian Gurney and also Patrick Fellows adding to the offense during the preseason. 4 goals for Patrick Fellows. As the Otters, well, you got a lot of goals to make up for, but the Otters is the kind of games you're going to have to pull out, because it's not going to end up as a 9-2 hockey game or something that you've seen the last couple of years. Erie's going to have to continue on the attack and puck possession as Jonathan Ang winds things up from his own end, brings all the way down to the near side. The Otters, good stick lift by Ivan Lodny to take that puck away. And the Otters just lift it out to center ice. Here, 6 minutes in to the second period. Peterborough blasts it in from center. Jonathan Ang behind the play. They're offside. It gives Erie a little bit of time to pick things up and break out of their own end. Left wing side, Golod stripped to the puck. Nice play by Timlick, but the Otters' Mitch Byrne follows up in Erie. They gotta chase the puck to the far corner, getting their first goal out. Look out, bounces in front for Alex Black, who sends it just high. Caught the glass, settled behind the net, given out to the blue line. A drive by Chisholm is blocked by the Otters, and off goes Golod. The center looking to move it forward on the back end. Stephon Patry will chase. Into the corner, left to the blue line by the Otters. Wayman will find Hedrick right side, winds up, takes a slap shot, goes to the wrister instead, still bouncing in front after the pad stop. It's moved up near side wall with Peterborough trying to clear. They'll hand off to Alex Black. Lifted out to center ice, bouncing puck on near side. Isaacson chases it down, but the whistle will sound because it was played by a high stick. And that was guilty by the Erie Otters, tipped by Edwardson. And then Erie was the first to play it, so the faceoff will stay in Otters territory. Just in front of me here in the second period. 13:09 to go. A 2-1 lead for the Otters. A quick spurt of goals. Ivan Lodny on the power play, and then the go-ahead marker from Alex Gritz shortly after that as a point try sticked away by Timpano. And Patry will look, dish to Hedrick, who skates out the center with it. Hedrick gets it across the line, leaves it to the corner for Robinson, but Alex Black will get to that disc first. Sent ahead by Peterborough. A foot race here down to the near side corner, and Isaacson beats it out, no icing. Paquette follows up, play to the front, it's poked by Timpano to the near wall. Given back down low behind the Otters goal. Paquette twirls away from Josh Wayman, the Otters' third-year man, and Peterborough native. He scored his first OHL goal in this building just last year. They can't hold it at the blue line. And fumbling the puck was Babinsev, and the Otters are able to change now. Loose puck inside Peterborough territory, misplayed by Alex Black. So the Otters hold in. Left side at the point, Wayman wind drive, and it's right through the goal mouth wide, off the near corner, and out to center ice. Hedrick picks it up there for the Otters. He's going to wheel it into the zone himself. Moving on in, Hedrick drops it off for Fellows. Save made on the one-time try. Wells kicks it away. Picked up, and Bobby Dow. He'll slide it on across to the far side. No relation to Schooley Dow. Over with the Mississauga Steelheads. Sent around behind the Otters net. Bobby Dow, the only man in after it into the far corner. Now here come the reinforcements. And Gogolev from the left wing half wall. Jack Duff battling there. Good stick from Duff. Knifed it away, but it's held in by Arjuchinsa. Duff crossed on for Wayman still out here. He'll fumble it out towards center ice. Gurney off his skate. Able to set it down and winds up with a slap shot from the blue line. That sails high. From the end glass. Bounced off and moved on to the near side half wall. Arjuchinsa defending. Patrick Fellows there offensively as Alex Gritz will chase behind the net. Keeping the puck is Peterborough as the Otters call off the Dogs and making a change of their own. 11:15 to go. 2-1 Erie here in the second period from the Peterborough Memorial Center. Out to center. Moved by Timms. Arjuchinsa. Gogolev. Nice move. Continues with the puck now. Moves in with a wrist shot from a sharp angle. That was stopped. The left-hander from the bottom of the left wing circle. They give up the blue line. Another try. Blockered away on the Cole Frazier shot. Given to the corner. Duff pokes it on for Lodnia behind his net. Reaching was Maximovich. Tries to get it away. Takes the body of Frazier and able to knock it out to center ice. As the Otters, their change completed, they force Peterborough to do one of their own. Nearly midway through this second period, Ivan Lodnia, already a power play goal, the first goal of the season for the Otters. Taylor Radish gives a cross. Maximovich lets one fly and never made it on goal. That was blocked by a pair of Petes. Give it out to the blue line. Unable to handle that hot pass was Mitch Byrne, and here come the Petes. Jonathan Ang with speed. Right wing circle into the Otter zone, looking for a man in front. Getting the paddle down as Timpano to deflect that pass away. Given behind the net now by Peterborough. Erie gets there first, and now Mitch Byrne towards the corner. With some help from Garrett Pedoni, but they turn the puck over. Look out, here comes Ang. Fires it high on the try from the hash marks. And that will sail off the corner glass and all the way to center. Here's Timlick, turning it right back into the Otter zone. Timpano's forced to play it after that bounce from the corner. Stephon Patry. He's tied up along the Otters' half wall. Over on the left side. Rolling around, DeNoble takes over the captain. Moves in front for Black. One-time try. Getting across is Timpano. Not up in here. Robinson the other way. Now to center ice he'll carry. Leave it off for Patry. Dish it on inside. And it's slow by Dylan Wells, the goaltender for the Petes. Put up the after it on the near side wall. Tuck it towards the corner. Erie was getting parts of a change on, but still able to get after it. Here's Stephon Patry, the Otters' first-round pick in this past CHL import draft. Holding now 15 in white. Comes up high, turns the puck over, though, on the D-to-D pass, and they go the other way. Logan DeNoble trying to drag around. Patry almost blocked it, but here's DeNoble. A try kicked away by Timpano, but the Otters cough it up again. Jonathan Ang with it on the right wing circle. Drags, waits, fires, and off a deflection, Timpano a kick save. Oh, Logan DeNoble, a gift, but could not finish it off. Patry without a stick. In the Otters zone, it's Peterborough. Parker Jenkins will send it around the near side. Parker Jones. And the Otters, they call the Dogs off just a little bit. Peterborough trying to get fresh troops on. It allows Hedrick just to send it out to center ice. Erie changing as well. Deneau brings it into the near side. Hedrick battles with him on down on the near side corner. Emmett Sproul out there as he's on the back of one of the Petes. It's sent out towards the blue line. Timms couldn't keep it in. Chased out by Max Golod, and now Robertson takes over for Peterborough at his own line. Given to the blue liners is Alex Timms. Will send it length of the ice. Right between two Otters defenders. Too much on it. Will result in an icing call. With 8:17 to play here, second period. The Otters, after falling down 1-0, they rally right back. A power play goal of their own from Ivan Lodnia. And then Alex Gritz with his first as an Otter. And it's 2-1 Erie here in this second period. Otters fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners. Complete with an easy, accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Shots even 16 apiece. As the Otters' first goal, Ivan Lodnia from Garrett Pedubny. and Taylor Radish coming at 4:10. A power play goal for the Otters, and then 56 seconds later, Alex Gritz with his first as an Otter from Christian Gurney, and Jack Duff with his first OHL point for Jack Duff. Coming on that assist, that's at 5:06 of the second period. 2-1 Otters here from the Peterborough Memorial Center. As we get back to action, played from the near side corner, the Otters. Nice pickoff by Maximich as he tries to work it out in front to himself. It was knifed away, and Lodnia follows up, though. Erie with it, looking for a one-time try. Fanning out was Taylor Radish. Martin holds in. His attempted wrister off the blade of a defender. It skips out of play down towards the right. The Otters in their debut of these new white jerseys, the white script similar to the gold script jersey that's been their third jersey the last couple of seasons, moving to those full-time as their darks, and these whites are sharp on the ice. Blue pants, the gold and blue trim on the socks and the jersey. These look right in place here with the Otters in this move to this three-color scheme as Erie. Taylor Radish wanted to feed one in front. That's no dice on the try for Maximovich. As Jack Duff went crashing towards the corner, Isaacson, though, takes the puck. He scoots out to center ice. He'll find Gallant on the right wing side. Gallant to Isaacson. Want to drop it one more time. Paquette was there, but defended by Jack Duff, who bumps it towards the corner. Kept in at the blue line. Played towards the net. Sticked as it was going wide, but Timpano says, I'll take the breather. Knock it out of play. And a face-off upcoming towards his right. The Otters, in that first period, remember we talked about face-offs and starting with the puck and how good the Otters were on face-offs. The course of the last 4 seasons. And you're losing a couple of those big-time centers that they've had, especially last year. But 7-6 on face-offs in that first period. They won one here, and it's Jordan Sambrook leading a charge out towards center ice. Centering pass. No one was there on that charge. And look out. Peterborough's going to counter, and a 3-on-2. Gogolev drops it off behind Alex Black, who had the gun cocked for a one-timer. And now it's the Otters' turn. Here's Sambrook. Gurney goes to the front. Sambrook looking for Gurney. Pokes it home. Oh, feel the Gurn. Christian Gurney puts the Otters up by 2 here in the second. Well, we just got done talking about it, how quick you can transition from defense to offense. And after the Otters on a rush with Jordan Sambrook, that didn't work out. They had to defend on a 3-on-2 the other way. And after that one didn't work out, the misfire, the attempted setup for Alex Black, the pass behind him, it springs the Otters loose. And Jordan Sambrook finds a streaking Christian Gurney towards the goal to put down the pickle stabber and deflect it past Wells over the glove. And the Otters are up by 2. It started back after the face-off. Offside was Jonathan Ang. The speedster trying to get ahead of the play. He was too far out of the play. Here's 6:51 to go in this second period, and we have had our share of offense. 3-1 Erie. Power play goal from Ivan Ludnia to start things off, and then the third line getting things working as Garrett Podubny coming across. Tried to beat out an icing call. He did so, but was unable to control the puck as Peterborough gets it out towards center, and they'll float it in from the red line by DeNoble, their captain, an overager, and a local native here of Peterborough, Ontario. Here he skips it back out to center. Flipped near side by Frazier, onto his partner Matthew Timms. Cade Robinson crashes on him. They'll force the puck on for Frazier as he scoots away from one man. That was Edwardson trying to lay the body, but the Petes maintain possession and take it the other way towards the Otter zone. Penalty coming up here to DeNoble. That's going to be a cross-checking call. They do not like that one. You can hear the displeasure from the crowd here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. But a cross-checking call upcoming to Logan DeNoble on the stick infraction right to the back and the numbers of Owen Hedrick. The Otters power play. 1 for 2 here tonight with their third opportunity. Here's Lodnia, winds up, slap shot, more of a pass, but couldn't get to the front. It was deflected. Ladnia holds in from the half wall on the near side. Waits, right wing, walking in front for Maksimovic. Couldn't get the tip on it. Still loose in the slot. And it comes to Taylor Radish on for Ladnia. In front, Garrett Podomny going to the backhand, but he couldn't finish it off. He had Wells dead to rights. Loose in the far circle. And the Petes will get there first and swing it the length of the ice. Tempeno out to play it. He'll move it right out to center ice as he's knocked down from behind here, behind the play. And Zach Gallant, but the Otters had the puck offensive zone on for Ladnia. Back in front, here's Hedrick, fires! Pass stop made, loose. They give to Taylor Radish on the circle. He'll let one fly. That one didn't make it on goal. As it's chopped back behind the net, Garrett Podomny bounces to the front, back to Podomny, on for Maksimovic. Save made, rebound, Ladnia can't finish it off from a tight angle. And it comes behind the net. Cole Frazier will deliver it to the paddle of Troy Tempeno. Now some tight action in front of goaltender Dylan Wells, but he gets some help from his defenders as well. And it remains 3-1. Erie still with the power play for 48 seconds is a slap shot try by Ladnia. And it's Wells with the glove hand. He'll hold on for a whistle. .45 seconds remains here in this third power play chance for the Erie Otters. 4:50 in the second period. And when we get to the intermission, we'll have our first chat with head coach Chris Hartsburg. Our usual intermission guest, and we'll get the feel of the team as the Otters will get back to action. Carson Edwardson looking for it on the far side circle. Sambro at the point. Wayman now right side. He got some room. Wrist shot. Caught the post with it. The Otters. Edwardson trying to follow up. His attempted shot was blocked, and he throws Gallant down to the ice. They want a call on the other side. Erie looking to hold in, though, grabbing at his puckette. And he'll carry it out to center, the former Niagara Ice Dog. Will find the red line and then put it down behind the Otters' goal. 10 seconds left on this power play. Jordan Sambro. Edwardson left wing side. They wanted to see a lot more sandpaper and grit, if you will, from Carson Edwardson. As he gives off to Jordan Sambrook, tried the shot from the top of the left wing dot, and that one, no dice, and now Sambrook's going to the box. We just went to even strength, and Sambrook went into the corner, colliding with Cole Frazier, and he's going to get the gate for roughing, I believe. And he looks and says, "What'd I do?" And that's a couple of Detroit Red Wings picks that collided with the corner, but it's Jordan Sambrook heading off, and you can tell he does not like that call. It seemed like a harmless collision into the corner, but a roughing infraction made, and Erie now shorthanded. Third opportunity here for the Peterborough Petes. 4 minutes remain in this second. They're 0 for 2 on the power play. Played in front to Noble. They try to ramp it from the slot. Tempeno stop one, stop two, and it's back behind the goal. De Noble giving it in front. Erie intercepts. They hold in from the blue line. Timms trying to give in front. Blocked by Maksimovic. Gritz is with them. The Otters, miscommunication. Gritz and Maksimovic ran into each other, and now they're able to clear. Maksimovic wanted to go for the home run pass. It just didn't work out. Luckily, Erie did get it out, but Timms comes right back in. Drops it off. Gogolev, his shot, never made it on the net. Just squirts wide, and a nice stick play. Reaching around to Noble was Maksimovic. Got it away as look out to Noble, just handed off to Mitch Byrne. Luckily, Gogolev was on his back. On the defensive side, and now Gogolev carries the mail into the Otter zone to set up shop with the power play. Looking for De Noble. He'll come out to Timms, able to elevate it back down low towards the corner. Byrne will get there first for Erie in an open lane. We'll send it down to the near corner. A minute off the clock on this power play as the Otters chase into the far corner. Ladnia blows a tire. We'll get to the ice in a second. They had an air conditioning issue here before tonight. Maybe they bring in some extra air vents as they had these big inflatable tubes running through to pass some air conditioning in to keep this place cool. It's a bit humid and it's been warm here towards the end of September as Erie causing all sorts of disruption in the offensive zone, forcing Peterborough to rethink some things, and now they get it out to center ice and finally get into the Otters zone. It's Eng taking it down to the far corner. Roughed up by Owen Hedrick, and Erie has the puck to center ice. Taylor Radish with a sidecar. That's Hedrick. They send it on in towards the far side corner. And 19 seconds left on the kill. The Otters back up, carrying out to center. Gallant with time ticking down on the man advantage. Here's Patrick Fellows behind the net. Pass ahead for Christian Gurney. A beautiful two-line pass thrown towards the goal. Wells will stop it, get the whistle. Some beautiful penalty killing again from the Otters. Give credit where it is. B.J. Adams, who's been running the penalty kill the last couple seasons, promoted to associate coach here with the Erie Otters. Wes Wolf rounding it out as an assistant underneath Chris Hartsburg. And B.J. Adams, penalty kill, finishing in the top 5 each of the last 2 seasons, and his 2 seasons with the Otters. 5th in 2015-2016, and then 4th last year. Edwardson, penalty over, looking for Emmett Sproul off the heel of his stick, and it's brought out towards center ice. Here's Robertson the other way for Peterborough. Scoots all the way to the far side circle. The Otters zone across the ice. Played in front, tipped in, and Logan DeNoble has redeemed himself. How about the play of Nick Robertson? Taking the pass, ran the gauntlet right in front of his own bench on this near side, cut across to the far boards along the Otters' blue line. And as he weaved his way towards the circle, just feathered it in front. And all Logan DeNoble had to do was peek the stick down along the ice. And he deflects it past Timpano. It's a 1-goal game with 1:35 to play. Nick Robertson, the younger brother of Jason Robertson, over with the Kingston Frontenacs that the Otters will see tomorrow night. And a second-round pick of the Dallas Stars. 1-goal game here, entering the final 90 seconds. As Otters chase after towards center ice. Patry with Garrett Podubny in front. Patry rammed to the end boards by Cole Frazier. And the Petes have the puck, and you can tell they're buzzing now after that one. Here's Jonathan Ang. Throw it towards the net, grazing the shoulder of Timpano. Keeps it out of the net. And now a penalty coming up. A slashing call. And I believe this is going to the Otters. Yes. Cade Robinson is guilty. So the Otters are going to be shorthanded here for the 4th time. And a slashing call to Cade Robinson sets Peterborough up with the power play. 1:01 left in the second period that they can tie, or it'll carry over into the 3rd. Tim center point. Near side, Arjushintsov on a cross for a one-time try, getting underneath it. And fanning on that play was Gogolev. Holds now from the far side half wall, but the Otters poke it out to center. Taylor Radish is going to have a breakaway. Lodnia with them. Here's Taylor Radish in on goal. Hey, shoots and scores. Let the big dog eat. Taylor Radish short-handed, and the Otters are back up by 2. And that's what they want to see from number 17, and I'm sure Tampa Bay enjoys it as well. Taylor Radish, he can steer the ship himself. Read the play on the far wall, pokes the puck around the defender, and just barrels through Matthew Timms to take it on a breakaway himself. Snaps it home blocker side, and it's a 2-goal game once again. Here's Jonathan Ang, quickly back into the offensive zone. Power play still going on. 30 seconds left in the period. Chisholm on a cross, intercepted again by the Otters, and Patrick Fellows carries out to center ice. Left wing side looking for Gurney. He's tied up and couldn't get the stick on it. It'll bounce to the near side corner. But the Otters will go back to the penalty kill side. Still watching, 15 seconds left. Good hold up on the near side. Good bit of penalty killing from 21 and number 7. As the Otters in control still. Fellows. He'll make sure it gets the distance. And that'll end us this second frame. No offense in the first, but we have exploded here in the second period with 6 goals between the two teams. Peterborough opening things up 1:13 in, but the Otters in a span of 56 seconds flipped the script. Ivan Lodney with the power play goal, then Alex Gritz. Gurney adds one. And here, just in the final minute, Taylor Radish, fresh off a plane from Tampa, his first of the season, shorthanded, and the Otters take a 4-2 lead into the second intermission. We'll step for a break. We're going to hear from Chris Hartsburg after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Interstate Mitsubishi is now selling the Outlander Sport for its lowest price ever, $16,988. That's almost $5,000 less than its original MSRP of $21,890. For just $16,988, you can own an Outlander Sport with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 7 airbags, and 18-inch alloy wheels. This is the best deal on a brand new CUV you'll find anywhere, and it's only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price and prior to tax, title, and license fees.
Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The new home of the Erie Otters. WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Here for the first time, going to be joined by the newest head coach of the Erie Otters, Chris Hartsburg. And Chris, no stranger to the Erie organization, but I know you've been asked like quite a few times between the media in Erie and from around. But what drew you to Erie and coming back to this organization that you wanted to be the head coach of this team when things kind of played out the way with Chris Knobloch moving on?
I think I've given kind of the same answer every time, and it's work with people that I trust and people that have the same vision I do, and certainly me and Dave, we have a lot of the same characteristics as far as how people should be treated and how we think the organization should be run, and as far as from a hockey standpoint, and I think for me that was the biggest thing. And now you had great ownership in Mr. Waters and Roy being a part of our front office and helping out in that aspect, and there's a lot of good things that really appealed me, had a lot of appeal for me returning back.
3 years in Lincoln with the Stars in the USHL playoff berth in there, and quite improvement from going from your first season and on to up until last year. But what did you learn in that time as a head coach, preparing for even another step in the process and moving up in the ranks as a head coach in hockey?
Every day you try to find out what works and what doesn't work, whether it be from a practice standpoint, a system standpoint, or just even dealing with players on a day-to-day basis. And those are the things you kind of go through as you're through your first year, and then you kind of find out what works for you and kind of stick with it and maybe refine some things. And then over the course of the 3 years, you make adjustments to your game. As the game evolves, your game has to evolve in how you want to play. And certainly I thought we did that each and every year. We found a different way to play the game. And I think certainly growth and finding out whether or not I could be a head coach was really the main reason for it.
What will fans see and when they're watching a Chris Hartsburg coach team? What do you want? What the things are going right and they're playing the style of hockey Chris Hartsburg wants? What will they see out on the ice and from all around?
Well, I think it's an up-tempo game. I think it's a game that's really set on attacking the puck with when we have it and when we don't have it. I think for me, it's relying on four lines and six defensemen that can, play the right way. And, from top to bottom of our lineup, we're not asking anyone to play any differently. We want to make sure guys are using their assets to their best of their abilities. And, certainly we got some guys that can skate. And, for me, that means there should be no easy ice on the rink for the opposition and really making it hard for them to gain zones.
There's obviously a lot of turnover from the team last year and even previous years, and the kind of that core that's moved on, bringing in quite a young group. But coaching a younger group and younger forwards, how much does it help to have some of that familiarity with some of the guys that still are around, that's been here, and kind of know that Otter way from the last few seasons and the success that they have had?
Well, it's extremely important. I think just that ingrained culture that's been built here over the last 4 seasons. You've had, a bunch of guys that have been here for the last 3 years especially, and, I think it's important that they're the ones waving the team flag and carrying that message on what's accepted and what's unacceptable. And youth is kind of the term getting thrown around here, but for me that shouldn't mean much. I mean, if we have a group that is willing to play a certain way and willing to do it for each other, then for me that's when special things happen. So we're going to rely on our older guys early on and to kind of get us through this and get our young guys up to speed. And once we get there, I expect our young guys to really push for more ice time.
Even with that, you have preseason, you run through the drills and training camp, and you build up to this moment. The look into the locker room, what's it like? Are these guys prepared? Or are they been antsy waiting to get to this moment to finally get to meaningful hockey games and start this regular season?
No, for sure. This is what you go through, the last 3 to 4 weeks with, and you kind of battle through it to get prepared for this first game. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the players, to finally get out there and play some meaningful hockey and really show me what they've been working on here these last week and a half, 2 weeks. So, again, we've seen growth from the start of camp till now, and hopefully we can continue to grow throughout the season.
So how about yourself? Head coach, first game with the Erie Otters, first regular season game. My first game, it was a Thursday in Guelph a couple of years ago when you were an assistant coach. You said, Cooney, feeling nervous? And I just kind of walked on and got things ready to go. But for yourself, you feeling nervous going into tonight?
No, I'm pretty relaxed right now, actually. So, for me, this is, again, it's calming the nerves and making sure these young men understand that it's okay to make mistakes. But, my biggest thing is playing without fear tonight and, not worrying about the outcome, but worrying about what we can do leading up to that. And hopefully that takes care of itself.
All right, thanks, Chris. Good luck here in Game 1.
Yeah, thanks.
That's Chris Hartsburg, head coach of the Erie Otters. More hockey coming up. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
$99.88 or $149 a month on a brand new Mirage or G4? Take your pick. Come see the sporty Mitsubishi Mirage or the sleek G4 sedan. Both get up to 40 miles per gallon and both come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Own one today for only $99.88 or $149 a month. Only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Prices prior to tax, title, and license fees will require financing through dealer or indirect lending service.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Peterborough Memorial Center, where, well, if you missed the first scoreless, we had all the scoring coming here in the second. 4-2 Erie after 40 minutes play. Hi again, everyone. Aaron Cooney here with you inside the UPMC intermission report. And we had a lot to go through that second period. After a scoreless first, Erie outshot 9-7 in the first 20 minutes. Now we kept all the fireworks for the second. Only took a minute and 13 seconds in for the Peterborough Petes to open the scoring. And after the Otters failed to dump the puck in and get it in deep down the other way, Matthew Timms was able to stretch out the Petes. First finding Adam Timlick over along the right wing, just at the blue line, coming in on sides. He was joined by Zach Gallant. And on a 2-on-1 play, the pass gets across the crease. Tough try for Troy Timpano. And Gallant opens the scoring for the Petes on the 2017-2018 season. It's 1-0. But the Otters, a power play just minutes later. And as the Otters, they're getting some good puck movement. The first unit didn't get much action in their first power play in the first period, but that second one, they started moving the puck around pretty well and generated a couple of chances. And this time, after fanning on a try in front, Garrett Podubny with the puck in the far side corner wanted to pass it out in front to Kyle Maximovich, who was in the slot, but the pass goes off the mark. It was partially blocked, bounced to the front of the net, and that's where Ivan Lodnia was sneaking in the backside, and he knocks it out of midair for the Otters' first goal of this season, and is tying things up on the power play at 1. Assist to Podubny and Taylor Radish. Then just 56 seconds later, the Otters, and we've heard a lot of this line, Patrick Fellows, Christian Gurney, and Alex Gritz. They've had themselves quite a game so far through 40 minutes. And as the Otters were stretching things out, a nice pass from Jack Duff, stretching it out ahead for Christian Gurney on a breakaway as he slipped between two defenders on that receiving opportunity. He moved in on the backhand, slid it through the legs of Wells, who stopped it up just enough to sit on the goal line. And then Alex Gritz, one of the newest Otters, tips it home, just pokes it across the line to finish it off for his first as an Otter. 2-1 Erie. 13:01. Christian Gurney again making things happen after Patrick Fellows and company were able to break up an offensive drive for the Peterborough Petes on a 3-on-2. Fellows stretches things out to Jordan Sandberg on the right wing side, and as they enter in the offensive zone, Christian Gurney just makes a beeline to the front of the net. Stick down. Sandberg puts it off his backhand, and it tips it over the glove hand of Dylan Wells, and the Otters take a 3-1 lead. Then late in the late in the second period, this is a great play by their first-round pick, Nick Robertson. Going east to west on this play, taking the pass in the neutral zone, just in front of his bench nearest me, cuts across the blue line, all the way to the far side wall, and then angles his way back towards the front of the net as he goes from the circles, top of the circle, down to the bottom near the goal line, flips it out to the front. And Captain Logan DeNoble finishes off that pass for his first of the season, make it a 3-2 game. Then a chance for the Petes to tie They have the power play, and it is going to carry over now, but because of that, Erie generating a shorthanded chance. And it was all Taylor Radish. Radish stepping in front of Matthew Timms at the blue line, and then just barrels through him after deflecting that pass on a breakaway. Snaps it home, his first of the year. The Otters have a 4-2 lead here into the intermission. Around the league, the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. The two other games in the OHL right now. At the second intermission, a 1-1 tie in Windsor with the Saginaw Spirit. Barrie Colts 4-1 lead over the Ottawa 67s. They're into the intermission as well. We'll be back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Nissan Altima. It's now 30% off its manufacturer's suggested retail price. This stylish car is a 2017 Top Safety Pick Plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. And it's 30% off its MSRP. Another amazing price is on the Nissan Versa. It's selling at its lowest price ever, only $11,990. Come see the Altima and Versa at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
There's two or more at each price. Altima HN 307132, Versa HL 866268. The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside of Peterborough Memorial Center. I'm Aaron Cooney. Set for the third period. Erie will be shorthanded for 58 seconds as we get underway. Otters with the lead 4-2. Taylor Radish helping that out towards the end of that second period. A shorthanded tally for his first. Reclaim the Otters 2-goal lead, but Otters defending now. They try to pass in front through the Peterborough Petes, and it's picked off by Lodnia, and the Otters with a chance towards the front of the net as a bouncing puck rolls in on Dylan Wells. He just covers it up, holds on, and now will shuffle it on right side for Jonathan Ang, and their power play still on the ice, 20 seconds left. Lodnia on the back of Matthew Timms, but they swing it on for Arjurchintsev. Arjurchintsev will leave it right wing side as he crosses the blue stripe, and now at the blue line it's Jonathan Ang. Wheels on down right wing side, the speedster up high, Timms, left wing at the point for Arjurchintsev. Holds, waits, gives down low, in front, looking for Logan DeNoble, and the bang-bang pass, but it goes right between the wickets. And all the way down the length of the ice, that's it on the penalty. Released is Cade Robinson. We're even strength, 5-on-5. Otters, last year, didn't lose a single game in the regular season when leading after 2 periods. We'll see how this plays out tonight, opening of this new OHL year. Bouncing puck in the Otters on Maximovic goes crashing into the boards with Chisholm, and 20 in black is able to poke it back in deep towards the Otters' end. Cade Robinson there out of the corner. Flips it up, but not out. Glove down by Adam Timlick, and he bounces it on down towards the corner as it rolls out towards the front. And a good stick and awareness from Troy Timpano. He's already down with one pad along the ice, the other pad up. Just smothers this one before any harm can be done on the attempt by Zach Gallant. Shots through 40 minutes were 26-20. And the Otters in favor in that department. 18 shots on goal for Erie in that second period. Puck up out of play. Off 2 sticks. This it being in the Otter zone. There's no penalty for this. It'll be moved out towards neutral ice with a fresh biscuit. And Alex Gritz will step in on the face-off against Gallant. The Otters, some teamwork, and they win this draw back. Gritz with his first as an Erie Otter. Put the Otters up by 1. Got them going, and Gritz is after the puck into the offensive zone in the far corner. Trying to twirl away from Chisholm, who puts him into the wall. Digging Gallant. Stepping in Fellows to help out as well. Isaacson will lift this one up, but not out. Held in nicely by the glove, and then the stick of Jack Duff. Here's Gritz. Smashed on the near sidewall. Gurney comes to help out, in control. And stick handling through a phone booth keeps it alive. Martin holds, waits, fires. Deflected in front by Gritz, but just wide. Chisholm back on the near side for Frazier. Another great shift from this line. Here's Gurney. Thrown to the ice by Cole Frazier, but the Otters still with the puck. It's Patrick Fellows. Shuffle towards the front. Sproul just on. They can't get it to him. The Otters hold in. It's Gurney again. Bounce it off of Isaacson down to the near side corner. Peterborough territory. And they'll head out towards the front. Gurney just not enough in the tank. He nearly took that puck away, but they're able to stretch it out. Here's Paquette. Backside. They fire the puck. And just off the crossbar, the try from Robertson. And it'll spring the Otters the other way. Stolen away from goal line. Erie back to their own line in control. Owen Hedrick looking to pass to Emmett Sproul. Otters are there offside. They will blow the whistle. Goal line a few strides ahead on that attempted little bump pass from Hedrick to Emmett Sproul. 4-2. The Otters by 2 here. 3 minutes and 5 seconds into this third period. On opening night, Erie trying to spoil the banner raising for the Peterborough Petes, their East Division title from last year. And their first since 2006. They won the OHL that year, sweeping the London Knights in that OHL final. Back along the blue line of the Otters. A big tie-up. Robertson mixed up with Josh Wayman and another Pete, and they're offside. Face-off will come outside the Erie zone. Don't lose much time off the clock there, but Peterborough, you can tell there are times they know how to read the wall and use this home ice advantage, this rink, the Peterborough Memorial Center, to their advantage. And use the tighter zones as they can. You can even see the neutral zone, much smaller. And we talked about the ice surface earlier. You can spring quickly from defense to offense. Or other offense to offense to offense. We're just going to trade rushes. That's what happened in that second. The Otters went up by 2. Tim's in control at his own circles. Moves it forward. Logan DeNoble, the overager. He has it taken away off his stick by one of the Otters overagers. That being Owen Hedrick. Moved on right wing side. Jonathan Ang roughed up by Josh Wayman. They collide, and they both get right back up and into the end boards. Ang twirls and falls rolling out of control, and the Otters just chop it towards center. Ang wanted a call, did not get one there. But they will force the Otters. They couldn't get that wholesale change on. But the Otters, oh look, they'll pick the puck off. And Garrett Podubny moves forward to Maximich. Now Robinson backdoor try for Podubny, but he couldn't get the stick on it. He was tied up just along the goal line by Bobby Dow. Podubny gets it back though. Duncock Patry couldn't get it to him. Now lets a shot go. Podubny sends it high. Mitch Burnell on the blue line. That's near side. Got it down low by Cade Robinson. Patry stick handles from some traffic. Comes up towards the circle. Drop it off Robinson. Waits, stick handles, moves to the front. His shot. That was deflected and bounced up into the air. Batting around. Couple sticks waving at it. And it's knocked out to center red. Arjuchintsev will send it into the Otters zone. And quickly Erie springs loose out towards center. Robinson will send it in. They'll chase. Patry also. Behind the net, though, it's moved by Babinsev. The Otters, a bit of a change as Alex Gritz comes crashing in, and he runs into Bobby Dow. The Otters finishing that change up. It allows Gallant to charge out towards center. He'll send it into the corner and chase after it. Arjuchintsev with it now behind the net. Water bugs his way back on near side. Man in front. That is Gallant. Run into by Alex Gritz. The defense takes over. There's Sambrook for the Otters. And he skates out the center with possession. Gives to Gurney. Into the zone he comes. Crosses with Patrick Fellows. Leaves it for Gritz on the left wing side. Take it down the bottom of the circle. Throws it to the front. Off the goaltender. And then Gritz was hammered for his trebles. Erie in control still. It's Fellows in front. Looking for Gurney. Stick lifted. And Cedric Paquette. Rather Christopher. Cedric is the cousin of Christopher. Who has it now? Christopher Paquette. Throw it towards the front of the Otters net. And it's covered on a sliding Jack Duff, who hops up and flips it out to center ice. Cedric Paquette playing for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that is his cousin, younger cousin, Christopher Paquette, also a Lightning draft pick. Emmett Sproul sends it on down into the Peterborough corner near side. Stick handling with it, finds Max Golod, who works his way on the back end up near side. Gives in front, looking for Edwardson. Couldn't get the stick on it. Golod got it right back. Shies away from some traffic. Gives off to Emmett Sproul. Looking for Golod again. Bounced back towards the corner. Carson Edwardson is there. Wanted to let a shot go, and it was blocked. Skipped off the body of Robertson. Erie holds in. Jack Duff leaves it towards the corner. And again, the board play. Emmett Sproul, Max Golod. Robertson up the near side. Edwardson had it for a second, but it's chipped up forward. Robertson gets it out loose to Timlick, right wing side, and launches one off the Otters end boards. Inside Erie territory. Skip one towards the goal. That was patted away by the Otters' Timpano, and then a centering pass goes right through the 2-point men and cleared by their own players. Peterborough go fish. They're back behind their goal. Erie gets a wholesale change. 4-2 the score if you're just joining us. All goal scoring coming in that second period. And the Otters up by 2. Now 7 minutes off the clock. And Erie holding on to this 2-goal lead. Back at their own line, Owen Hedrick skates out forward on right wing side. Charging and skips one down to the near side. At the corner, Lodnia has it go off his shin pad, following up Taylor Radish. Then it's just reel this one in around through some traffic. It's taken by Timms, and he's quickly aerials this one ahead for Logan DeNoble and tosses it on to the near side corner. Behind the Otters goal, Lodnia. He'll get there first, drop it off for Wayman, part of this top pairing with Owen Hedrick. And he just watches as he holds back behind his own net. Owen Hedrick joining the Otters late last season onto their OHL championship run. Partnered with Josh Wayman. The Otters nudge it out towards center, but didn't get much past that. Logan Noble winds up with a big slap shot, and it's taken off the cuff of the glove by Timpano and pops out loose. Holding off the blue line, Timms lets one go. Through traffic, it's patted away by the Otters' Timpano, and here he just scoops it out towards center, picked up by Timms, and again controlled by the Petes. Erie needs a change, you can tell here. This line and defensive pairing been out there quite a bit. Owen Hedrick still out of the near side corner. Maximovich trying to get it on towards center ice. And his stick comes loose, but Maximovich keeps battling away and drags it all the way through neutral ice and into the offensive zone. Maximovich trying to get away from Alex Black. Poked away, and it's the Otters to it. Cade Robinson trying to give out in front for Podubny. That's intercepted by Dow, and out towards center from the Petes. Erie poke check, standing a man up at the line was Mitch Byrne. Thrown in offside, and Byrne has a little bit of time to hold on to this one. Erie looks forward. Stephon Patry ahead for Garrett Podubny. Off the skate of Robinson. It does get into the zone on the right wing corner. And there's Cade Robinson to the Otters. Gives to Patry. Poke checked away from him, and the Otters bouncing around along that far side circle. Patry, Podubny. They throw it in down deep. Back is Alex Black. Skip for Chisholm. Right back to Black behind the net. And looking forward, they'll find Jonathan Ang streaking through the offensive zone, but ran into 2 Otters, and the poke checks knock it away. Patry the other way. Into the offensive zone at the circle. Stops the hash marks. Tried to pass it to himself off the boards, and that was taken away. And the Swiss native has to head towards the bench, fishing off the change for the Erie Otters. 10.5 to go here in this third period. Erie by 2. All goal scoring coming in the second, and it's Ryan Martin for the Otters, the second-year defender. Nice move around one man. He's going to right down Main Street towards the net. It just ran out of real estate. Puck rolls off his stick, and Dylan Wells will cover up. Wasn't flashy, but effective, Ryan Martin. He just went forward with it. Everybody's they didn't think he was going to move the puck, and he just had to do it all himself. Played in 34 games last year. for the Erie Otters, and former 5th-round pick back in 2014. After the face-off, Peterborough coming the other way. They'll leave it out towards the point, throw it towards the front. That puck deflected away, wide of the goal and on near side corner. Christopher Paquette. Toss it back behind the net. Jack Duff there. Moves behind his own goal. A pass to Ryan Martin, who looks ahead, finds Patrick Fellows along the left wing wall. And out towards center, carrying now is Grits. Try to dish off to Christian Gurney. A misfire there. The Otters nearly caught with 2 men in the ice, trying to change the D, and allows the Petes to go the other way. The attempted slapper from Gogolev is deflected out by the Otters' Jack Duff. And we have a stoppage with 9:30 to play here in regulation. Game 1 of this 2017-2018 campaign. And the Otters feeling pretty good right now, up by 2. Otters fans, True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk is the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. Face-off will be inside the Erie Otters zone, over to the right of Troy Timpano. Over on the face-off department, 22-17 in favor of the Peterborough Petes in terms of wins. Not that shabby. There's a win for Ivan Loddy and the Otters in possession of the puck. Played up off a body, and this will skip into the Peterborough Petes zone as Tim's tied up by Ivan Lodnia. He's been trying to work on his two-way game. Stolen away out of the corner, and it's Taylor Radish with it. Going between his legs, wants to flip it towards the net. 3 bodies on him, still moves it out to Owen Hedrick at the blue line. Hedrick waits, bounces one down low. Look, it skips out in front. Diving at is Kyle Maksimovic. But Dylan Wells covers up. Exception taken by Cole Frazier with that puck loose in the blue paint. Maksimovic going hard towards it. And it sat there loose. As Owen Hedrick, you can tell he was trying to read those boards and get that biscuit to Ivan Lodney, who was wide open behind the net. But so lively, just springboarded out in front and nearly caught Dylan Wells unexpectedly. We'll have a couple changes in personnel, and the face-off will be to the left of Dylan Wells. Face-off pulled back here by Peterborough. Chisholm, near side Paquette. Put it out off the body of Emmett Sproul, who picks it off, and the Otters have it. Drop it off for Edwardson, and that was intercepted. Edwardson didn't have the stick down, didn't think it was coming his way. Pete's get it out to neutral ice. Geraldo tied up by Max Golod of the Otters, and then just flown in behind the Otters net. Sambrook there for Erie. Touched on by Edwardson. Emmett Sproul twirls it on the back pass. Here's Edwardson, left wing side. Trying to stick handle his way through one man. Chisholm had it defended. Sproul followed up. His attempted pass is just fed on towards center ice by Gogolev. Erie in control, right wing side of their own end. Max Golod now on the cross ice pass. Back get it out towards center. Chisholm sends it back to the Erie end. Mitch Byrne there for the Otters. Erie in some news right before face-off pretty much, as a try from Edwardson bounces down behind the net. Sproul will chase it on to the near side corner. Smashing Chisholm to the boards and into the glass was Carson Edwardson. But that puck squirts loose and off goes Ang. We'll get to that trade in a minute as Ang with the puck into the Otters zone. Carries in behind the goal. Sits on the side of the cage as Jack Duff goes crashing in. Runs into Arju Chinsev. And it's loose into the near side corner. Water breaking away. Arju Chinsev, the Russian native. Moves it back onto the wall. Another fellow Russian and Pavel Gogolev. But the Otters deflect the pass to the blue line. Good stick from Stefan Patry to knock it out towards center ice. And carries right back in. Dumped by Garrett Podobny as the puck loose into the Otters circles. And they'll back up. Jack Duff has a little bit of time to find Stefan Patry and work it on the right wing side. Robinson sweeps it into the zone. And some changes on the blue line for Erie. 7 minutes to play as the Otters a steal. Patry trying to give in front. Bouncing towards the goal. Robinson couldn't finish it off after the giveaway by Peterborough. And another one at their own line, and Cade Robinson's going to bring it right back into the offensive zone. Run out of the play by Timms, who stops up in the far side corner of his own end, and the Pete's in control. Under 7 to go. 4-2 Erie here in game 1 of this OHL campaign. Here's Christian Gurney taking the puck away and neutral ice. Sends it back on in. Backing up is Black. And he'll buy a little bit of time behind his own net. Shuffled on to his partner Timms. Out ahead for Dow. Looks to go cross ice. Erie gets sticks on that one as well as Fellows. Trying to chase out towards center. Stepping in front. Wanted to change was Timms, but he's now forced to play the puck. Just left out near the blue line and Owen Hedrick. He'll ladle this one into the offensive zone. Black on the left side. Erie, it's Christian Gurney stepping into that pass, and it's bounced around. Gurney got the puck at the circles. A backhand try, stopped by Wells, and it bounces in towards the end boards. Alex Gritz tied up with Black. Robertson watching, as is Patrick Fellows. It's dug loose, played on near side. Timlick crashes to the near side right in front of me and just spins his puck out towards center. He'll take that and he'll go get a breather. Erie changes as well. So another great shift from Gritz, Gurney, and Fellows. Otters' third line, puck possession, offensive chances, creating turnovers. As Logan DeNoble gets it in towards the Otters zone. But Erie takes the puck away. Somebody went crashing into Troy Timpano on the end boards. And the Otters net. That'll bring a whistle. The faceoff will be out on neutral ice with that being behind the play. The net was knocked off its moorings. Timpano okay. And if Timpano can take a flying Thomas Shabbat during the Memorial Cup and finish a game, I think he'll be all right with that little collision right along the pillows strapped to his legs. So they get this net back on its moorings. With the Otters holding to this 4-2 lead, 5:40 to play here in regulation. What a start this would be. 4 games on the road to begin the season. Opening 3-game road trip, one of their longest. This Eastern swing is one of their longest of the year. Erie hoping for this 2 points to begin things. And especially with this fresh new look, these white jerseys. As Taylor Radish has steal from center. Barrels his way down the right wing side, and his centering pass just too far ahead. But Mitch Byrne, nice stand-up. Got a man in front on this steal, but he couldn't get it to Lodney. Had too much air on the pass. Erie gives to Sandbrook at the line. Flip it towards the net. That one sails wide. Lodney picks it up along the near boards. Trades places with Byrne. Heads across the high slot. Dropping off Sandbrook. One-time try off a leg wide. As tripped up on the near side was Taylor Radish. He can't believe it. That was as clear as day. Ray Charles saw that one. Left wing side. Another try towards the Otters goal, and that's off a body. Logan DeNoble couldn't finish it off as the Otters take and skate to center. Maximovich will deliver it on goal as Wells deflects it out of play for the Halt with 4:48. And Taylor Radish, he has a little bit of an argument. Just gives a little look at Aaron Neely, one of our referees, who's out controlling the changes at center ice. But the Otters will make that switch, and it's a draw in the offensive zone. It is to the right of Dylan Wells. Peterborough netminder, and as the Otters win the draw, a try just at the top of the circle as Robinson sends it off the body. Erie couldn't get to the rebound, and it's brought the other way. Isaacson down left wing side, hammered by Jack Duff. Otters' third-round pick a couple years ago. Erie the other way. As Robinson, he'll carry it in on the backhand, working onto the far side corner. Tim steals, and he'll just poke it along. Gogolev along the near side. Skates out towards center, and it's Russian on Russian as Garrett Podubny. Oh, looks out. He hands the puck right back to Gogolev and brings it in. Hands off to Isaacson at the circle. Skipped it towards the front. Bouncing puck, and it's Podubny. He'll get underneath this one, and an air mill on towards center. Fellows flips it from there. Left wing corner. He's got possession now. Tries to center out in front, and it's tucked away as Ang. Stripped to the puck by Alex Gritz, but it's found by Timms out by the left wing circle. They hand off to Erie right at center ice, and the Otters come right back in. Gurney trying to poke at the Fellows, and a wrist shot, and it's snapped off the blocker of goaltender Wells. Alex Gritz to the blue line. It's Josh Wayman. Waits, holds, fires, never made it on goal, and that one off the equipment of Beraldo. Erie another try from the line, and Owen Hedrick sees that one fought off by Wells. Behind the goal to the near side corner. Beraldo gives all the way around. Odd bounce off the corner, but Isaacson right there to pick it up and send it right on to the tape of Beraldo behind the net. Chased out by Gurney. Twirls back in behind the net. Erie. More great pressure from Gurney, Gritz, and Fellows. And it forced a turnover. Maximus just on. Backhand twirling try. Blocked by Ang. Erie gives to Christian Gurney. Still in the offensive zone. Half slapper fakes it and bounces one back behind the net on the attempted shot. Now Gurney will head back towards his own bench. Much needed rest for number 7 as Peterborough's guilty of an icing call, and they will not be able to change with the clear back from their own end. Expect to see a timeout coming up here from head coach Jody Hall, and I believe he already signaled we're going to have that. There's the whistle. Well, if you're giving out the post-game award, the Otters always have something new. The last 2 years, last year the money suit, and you remember the infamous superhero suit they had a few years ago. But if you can split it between 3 guys, it's got to go to that line of Gritz, Fellows, and Gurney. They have been outstanding. Puck possession, scoring chances. They've generated half of the Otters' goals. And just all-in-all play. They spent more time in the offensive zone when they're on the ice than they do in the defensive zone here tonight. 4-2 the score, 2:53 to go. And the Otters, they've held the Petes to just 4 shots on goal in this third period. Otters putting the clamps on here in this third. Face-off won by Gallant. They beat out Ivan Lodney as this one fired all the way ahead, and Timpano, he's going to knuckle it onto the near side. He'll get out to center ice as Maximovich just sends it on towards the other blue line with the Otters. Pick it off, an attempted stretch pass. Maximovich into the zone. Lodney now, wrist shot, blocker save made. Wells leaves it towards the corner. Here's Taylor Radish, Jason Chisholm. He'll toss it to the near side. Does 20 in the black and maroon. As the Otters battle in the near side corner. Lodnia tied up. Taylor Radish, though, steps in front of a puck. Gives back to Lodnia in the corner. Waits, tries a center in front. Never got there. Went off his skate. Now Timlick. We're going to see the goaltender probably start moving, too, here soon. Left wing side to Noble. He'll leave it into the Otters corner on the near side. It's off the body. Attempted clear by Byrne. Timlick keeps it alive. Followed up by Gallant. Throw it towards the front. Goes off of Taylor Radish. Loose along the side of the net. And the Otters knock it behind the goal. Maximovich will get there. Lifts it up, but not out. DeNoble holds in from the point. And his shot, that sails off the body of Sandbrook wide. Here comes the goaltender off. Extra man coming on. Nope, thought about it. Now he heads off as a slap shot from the blue line. Misses wide by Chisholm. Timms now behind the goal. Throws it on. Burns steps in front of a man. He'll use the backhand, but he can't clear DeNoble. Able to keep it alive. As they hand off, Timlick fires. That's wide. Off the end boards. Knocked out of midair, but wide on the try towards Timpano. Timms hammers around the net. Loose onto the far side corner. Jonathan Ang gets there. Empty net to our left. 90 seconds to play. 4-2 Erie. Ang tripped up. Down he goes. Penalty coming up to the Otters. Timms throws it towards the front. That's blocked. And the Otters dive. Poke the puck. And we will have a halt. Kyle Maximovich will go for for tripping. He had his stick slashed out of his hands. It's in 2 pieces now. But the only call will be to the Otters. Goaltender will stay off. No timeout for the Petes, as they just used it on that icing call about a minute and a half ago. A minute and 18, all that remains between the Otters and their first victory of the season. On the draw, one towards Timms. He will hold in at the blue line. Pete's in control. 2-man advantage, if you will. A try from Ang. Sailing wide, but Timpano, he'll snag it with the glove out of midair and hold on. So it's 6-on-4. The power play will go all the way should time expire. There's a minute and 55 seconds left on it. A minute and 12 left in regulation time. Face-off taken. Peterborough has it. They move it back with some help. Timms holds center point. Gives right back off to Timms on a return pass. Tried to skip it towards the goal, and that's intercepted. Ryan Martin in that big body blocked the shot. Turns and skips this one off the net, far side boards. It'll get down ice. Bounces off. Here's Gurney for the empty net. He scores! The Gurn strikes again, and the Otters take a 5-2 lead. Christian Gurney with his second of the night. Comes with just 50 seconds left. The empty net, short-handed tally. And the Otters will begin the 2017-2018 campaign with 2 points. $50 seconds, all that remains. But the Otters on the bus ride to Kingston will be a good one, as Chris Hartsburg, in his debut as head coach for the Erie Otters here this regular season, will put the team at the top of the division standings for the time being on day one of this OHL campaign. 30 seconds remain. Erie still shorthanded, and that'll go down the length of regulation time. Held at the point, Gogolev, left side. A try, that bounces off a body of the Otters. That one's well up high. Patrick Fellows will take it, slows things down, and just flips it forward on the left wing wall, and Robinson will chase it down. Tied up with Babinsev, 12 seconds remaining. Move back to Alex Black behind the goal. Looks left for Robertson, who'll pick it up, and the Otters will see his older brother tomorrow night in Kingston. Here comes Nick Robinson with the one last rush. Lets a backhander fly. Tim Pano has the stop, and that'll do it. Rock 'em from the Peterborough Memorial Center. The Otters, game number 1 under head coach Chris Hartsburg. A 5-2 victory for the Erie Otters. We'll step away for a break. Erie Otters post-game show is next, right here. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
What is the best-selling SUV or CUV in America? The all-wheel drive Nissan Rogue. Only $279 a month with 0 down. It has comfort with 0 gravity seating. It has safety with a unique safety shield. And now it has competition, the brand new Rogue Sport. The new Rogue Sport, it's only $20,990 right now at Interstate Nissan. 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
Lease is 12,000 miles per year. Payment is plus tax, title, and license. The first payment due at signing. There are 2 or more Rogue Sports at this price. Number HW106071. The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The new home of the Erie Otters. WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome you back inside the Peterborough Memorial Center. I'm Aaron Cooney, here to wrap things up on game number 1 of this 2017-2018 campaign, and it's the Erie Otters. Got the right foot forward. 5-2 the final here over the Peterborough Petes, all part of opening week, the OHL. And the Otters on this Eastern Road swing will start at the top of the standings here through one day with their 2 points in the 5-2 victory. Welcome you back. This is the Erie Otters post-game show. I'm Aaron Cooney to wrap things up for you on our first go-around here with our friends at CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260. Happy to be a part of the family. And from what I've heard, we're sounding pretty good to get started. Well, opening road trip as we take to Peterborough as we jump into our recap with the Otters and the Petes. A little slow start for the Erie Otters at the beginning of the game. And smaller rink, a different rink. The corners very rounded off. So sharp corners, lively boards. Takes a little while to get used to. And took to the Otters about the 13-minute mark into the game to really find their legs and start skating. And that's when they started generating some offense. And you know who drove the bus? It was the Otters' third line. Patrick Fellows, Alex Gritz, and Christian Gurney. What a game for them put together. They brought energy. They created turnovers. They were hard on the puck. And they made life difficult for the Peterborough Petes. A solid game from your third round. And with that, they generated 3 goals on the evening. And we'll recap those because the first ended up scoreless. Could have been more because Patrick Fellows was robbed by Dylan Wells on a beautiful sliding play with the right skate to deny a rebound try for number 21 as we enter the first intermission scoreless. And then to the second. Here's where we saved all the fireworks. As a minute 13 in, Peterborough Petes, they're going to strike first. After the Otters couldn't get the puck in deep because they needed a change, desperately needed a change. And that's a no-no when you don't get that puck in deep. They got caught with a tired unit out there as Matthew Timms quickly moved the puck up forward, recognizing that, found Timlick, who moved in on a 2-on-1 with Logan DeNovo, with Zach Gallant. And for the right wing side, flipped the puck in front of Troy Timpano. Had no chance on the 2-on-1, just elevated over the right pad. Timpano trying to come across. And the Petes took the 1-0 lead. But the Otters would answer in a power play try of their own. And it comes at 4:10 of the second period as the Otters a couple tries. And that top unit, for just being put together and just really practicing for the first time here tonight with this game, because you just got back Ivan Ladnia and Taylor Radish. Well, they made some magic happen. And even though they had a couple tries, Garrett Podubny fanning on a one-time play towards the front of the net. Wide open, an open net too. It's Podubny setting things up out of the far side corner, trying to dish to Kyle Maximovich in the slot, and it was deflected in midair, knocked onto the near side post where Ivan Ladnia batted it out of midair for his first. The Otters' first goal of the season, and Erie took just 2 minutes and 53 seconds to tie the game after Peterborough opened the scoring. The power play tally put the Otters on the board, and then they needed just 56 seconds later to take the lead. They didn't look back after that. As the Otters sprung loose, Christian Gurney on a breakaway, he split between 2 defenders, carried that puck into the offensive zone, went to the backhand, slipped through the legs of Wells, who stopped it just enough, and that thing just died on the goal line, which allowed Alex Gritz to come flying in there with the stick along the ice and just poke it across the line, his first as an Otter. At 5:06, Erie takes the lead 2-1. Still in the second period, Christian Gurney, well, he set up the last one, wants to get in on the action, and that's at 13:01 when the Otters defend a 3-on-2 break coming into their zone and then spring loose themselves. Jordan Sandbrook joining the rush on the right wing side as he marches forward. Christian Gurney, after the Otters coming off, or they're onside, goes flying towards the offensive cage, stick down, and Sandbrook finds it, puts it right off the backhand as Gurney deflects it past Wells. Erie up by 2, 3-1. But 5 minutes later, Peterborough Petes, they started coming on. You could feel it. A nice play by Nick Robertson, their first-round pick this past year, who took the puck, the pass from the defensive zone, wheeling from the near side wall, then skates across the Otters' blue line with possession, then makes his cut towards the goal, and from down along the goal line, on the right wing circle, feathers a pass in front for Logan DeNoble, an easy finish on the back door to bring things within 1 and late. And it was a good time for Peterborough because right after that, they went to the man advantage. But the Otters, the penalty kill unit, which would go 4 for 4 on the evening, also generate some offensive tries. This one, all Taylor Radish. Along the far side boards, Taylor Radish steps in front of the defenseman holding the blue line, Matthew Timms, deflects the puck and then balls right through Timms, takes the puck on a breakaway from the left wing side. Brings it on in, just snaps it home. Past Dylan Wells. Erie reclaims their 2-goal lead with just 41 seconds left in the second period with the shorthanded goal from Taylor Radish. Third period, the Otters, well, the best defense you can have in hockey is having the puck, and Erie had the puck a lot. Because in that third period, they held the Petes to just 5 shots on goal. Overall, they outshot Peterborough 32-24. Because they had an 18-shot second period. Erie really brought it on then. But the Otters did a great job keeping the Petes hemmed in. It was like that in the first period, but in the other way, with Peterborough using their home ice advantage to take it to the Otters with that adjustment period. But, man, that third period, when the Otters found their game, they were all over the Peterborough Petes, like a bull on a monkey. And they had a hard time getting the puck out of their zone. They were turning the puck over. Erie was generating offense and opportunities from those turnovers. And it all led to finishing things up with an empty net goal from Christian Gurney with 50 seconds left. Gurney, a pair of goals here tonight. 5-2 the final. And the Otters start things off right here on the new campaign. So your final shots on goal, 32-24 in favor of the Otters. Erie goes 1 for 3 on the power play and goes 4 for 4 on the PK, so you got to be happy about that. On a good start all around for the Otters against a Peterborough Petes team that's receiving votes an honorable mention in the CHL top 10 rankings and also a favorite to win this division here. So a veteran team, a lot of guys returning from the Peterborough Petes squad last year that made its way to the Eastern Conference Final. That fell to the Mississauga Steelheads. And the Otters, they made them work, and then ends up being the Otters outworking them and taking the game 5-2. Here are tonight's Iron Worker Local U number 3 Iron Men of the game with our 3 stars. The third star belongs to the Peterborough Petes, and that's number 18, Adam Timlick, who had an assist tonight, and for them, generated pretty well for the Peterborough Petes, but the Otters rounding things out. Second star belongs to Taylor Radish, number 17 of the Otters. The shorthanded goal and an assist on the evening. And the number 1 star, Christian Gurney, a pair of goals and an assist. 3-point night for Christian Gurney as the Otters open things up with a W. 5-2 the final here from Peterborough. We are going to do the same thing tomorrow night. 7 o'clock start. That's face-off at the K-Rock Center in Kingston. The Otters will take on the Kingston Frontenacs tomorrow night for, it's the Front's home opener. With hockey season upon us here, all part of OHL's opening week. But we'll wrap things up here from the Peterborough Memorial Center. The Otters with the 2 points to begin the season. Good start to the top of the beginning of the year. Remember, Erie has made a pretty good living the last couple seasons with good starts through September and October. That's kind of carried on when you get to some of the harsher months of the season, February, March, late January. So Erie beginning things on the right foot with a 5-2 victory over the Peterborough Petes here this evening. It's on to Kingston. 7 o'clock start. We'll have the pregame for you at 6:45. That's all part of your new Erie Otters radio network, the new friends. Thought it went pretty well. And thank you for all for tuning in. I want to thank Chuck Stevens back in studio, also our producer Nick Ritson. We're thrilled to be a part of the Cumulus family here in the partnership with the Erie Otters moving forward. Final score, 5-2, Erie Otters with the W. And we are underway in the 2017-2018 campaign. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hey, Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win Progressive top prizes instantly.